Hei, halo guys, halo semuanya. Hei, kita WP lagi guys, WP ini WP ya, watch party lagi ya, RRQ main guys, let's go, RRQ. Bang itu Valorant ya, ini Valorant, welcome ya, Bintar. Bang kamu anak terakhir, enggak, aku anak pertama ya. Bang sementara aku nggak bisa nyawer ya bang. Iya nggak apa-apa Bintar, nggak usah nyawer juga nggak apa-apa. Tidak dipaksa untuk menyawer ya Bintar. Halo bang, halo Bintar, see you. Nggak see you ya, aku bukan fans Gesss Ronaldo, aku fansnya ini Messi ya. Saya bentar guys ya, kita bentar lagi bakal nonton ya. Lagi boom nih guys, boom, aduh kalah cok, boom cok 2-0 kalah lagi boom, alamak boom belum ada menang cok, 0-3 cok tidak ada menang boom, cir cok 0-3 boom cuy, bahkan melawan DFM pun kalah cuy dia cuy. Messi Kimochi. Apa Messi Kimochi? Apa itu Messi Kimochi? Alamak guys. Wah, DV masuk playoff ya. Sorry ini lumayan berat ya musuh RRQ ya. Musuhnya ini ya Derek guys. Mayan itu. Messi mau hamtamo kiri sikai. Apa tuh maksud itu? Apa itu artinya? Apa itu artinya? Rokok acu ketinggalan guys. Udah reda kah hujannya? Di sini hujan ya guys ya. Iklan Messi dari Jepang bang. Wah GG. Ntar guys aku mau ngeliat dulu ya di luar masih hujan apa enggak. Aku mau beli rokok. Masih hujan guys, bentar. Kita pakai payung deh. Bentar guys ya, bentar. I'm back. Hey, I'm back guys. Habis beli rokok ya. Sorry. Rokok gua habis. Kita santai dulu guys. Masih belum ya. Ini baru DRX sama boomnya baru selesai. Apa kita palo ya, bener ya? Kita palo guys, sebentaran guys. Kita palo dulu deh. Palo aja kali ya. Palo ya. Kita bentar ya. Palo. Kita TDM-TDM-an aja. TDM. Tak bisakah kau lupakan semua masa lalu kita berdua. Pernah ku sangka cepat berlalu untuk mencari kesombongan diri. Buset, basecamnya di mana, Cok? Oh, ini. Nah, yang pernah ku katakan, kau tinggalkan aku. Pergilah kasih, carilah keinginanmu. Selagi masih ada waktu, jangan hiraukan diriku. Ku rela berpisah demi untuk dirimu. Sambil menunggu kita. Buset dah. Kita ini deh. Im dulu ya. Segala keinginanmu.
My ultimate's ready.
My ultimate is ready. Aku kembali, halo Bintar, welcome back.
My ult's ready.
Aku mandi dulu bang, boleh. Set, apa itu? Ngelek kan? Set. Wih. Dedem kali ya. Somebody's gotta take a long night, or just be something they don't understand. I say
Match found.
Beneran banget ini sore-sore, lama banget deathmatch-nya. Nyari matchmaking ini. Kenapa? Match-nya lama. So, kita pakai apa nih? Pakai Wiitzy ya, pakai Wiitzy guys, Wiitzy. Kita nyari 10 kill pakai ini
Death
dulu.
match. Warm up.
10 kill pakai serif, 10 skill guardian ya. Orang udah kali dah. Dibayangnya agak susah sih.
Let's do this.
Seru tuh di heaven guys.
Fight.
Take them.
10 kill ya, 10 kill pakai buset, ada orang.
Too late.
Back, come see me and I'm back. Ketemu lagi sama Gecko ini guys. Lewat baik tuh, lihat kalau lewat itu lihat ya. Belakangku ada satu Gaya apa itu? Woi. Kagetnya. Kenapa nih? Kagetnya emak nih. Ngelek, Cok. Alah weh. Pingku 700 anjing. Terima kasih ya. Pada saat dia tidak melihat, aku nge-lag. Pada saat dia sudah melihat, aku tidak mengelek. Depan belakang jelek, gak sopan. Baru tiga Cok. Ih, apa sih? Kira yang Gecko menang.
Weak.
Woi. Ketemu lagi. Udah 49 40 naik terus ya. Lagi sih. Frag guys. Masuk. Woi, pingku, Cok. Bisa-bisa. 900 800 pinggu, cok. Stres. Stres anjing.
10 kills remaining.
Walah, ngebling aku. 1k. 500, 300, 3 juta. Pingku 5 juta. Sekali ngelek sekali jelek. Kenapa lompatan gue nih jauh banget ya? Gue ngelek. Karena ngelek anjing.
Dead.
Five kills remaining.
Siapa Yoru ya? How dia nggak mati, cok? Gimana ceritanya dia nggak mati? Mantap. Oke, kau kan aku mengelek ya. Buset, nggak mati-mati gue ditembakin dari dia dari tadi ternyata.
Worthless.
One kill remaining.
Akulah manusia paling ngelek. Kalau main palo pasti mengelek dikit. Gua nggak ngajak-ngajak. Apa sih, aku cuma TDM bentar dong sambil nunggu RRQ anjir. Bukan TDM sih, deathmatch. Udah nggak usah lebay, terima doang, nggak usah lebay. Nggak usah lebay ya. Tadi nggak usah lebay. Udah guys, cukup guys. Udah mau mulai. Tadi malam kok nggak ada orang? Karena dibilang udah mau rest dulu. Gimana sih?
But they are onto something
You do
here.
be saying things.
They did be saying something about Korea.
Kan dibilang.
I don't want to say
Apa
it.
mau
You
kalau
can
udah
repeat, like
di
it's
game
on the
sebelah
screen. You
kalau
can read
udah
it. But with
ranknya udah
you know
naik,
the
mau
defeat
rest
against
dulu
Genji
kan.
and
Kemarin kan
Nongshim,
udah
and now they're going to be
bilang
playing
gitu.
against DRX today. It
Kamu
looks
lupa,
like
pasti
they
kamu tuh
have
lupa. Karena yang
mastered
kamu ingat di
playing
kepala
against
kamu
the
itu
Korean
cuma
playstyle.
Yeah, I mean that one caveat there we're seeing at the
Tahu.
bottom was against RG Korean team. Who knows?
Mana
I think
Boxro?
we can
Boxro
argue
jalan
that
sama
either
ceweknya.
way. But against these full Korean rosters, they have managed to get the wins. They're looking to make this a full
Boxro
clean
jalan
sweep
sama
with a win over
si
DRX
dia.
today. So maybe he's onto something. Who
Dia
knows?
punya
Could be. I think,
kehidupan.
for RRQ here, with the win over Genji, I believe if we're going off head-to-head, if
They're
they're
going
able
to be
win
Korean
without the gates
Slayer.
here, which I expect them to, I have them
Kata
pinned,
Crazy Guy dia
as favourites
mereka
against DRX here. They
RRQ
should
mau
win the
jadi
group and be
Korean
the third
Slayer
seed,
ya. Kita udah
most
ngalahin
likely, but we'll see
apa?
how it does play out. DRX have a chance to kind of throw this banner in the
lupa.
works. They've already lost to Genji, so we could end up in a
Genji.
bit of a three-way tie situation. Go
Kemarin
into the
kan.
map div, go into the round
bilang
div.
siapa
you
lawan
know, have
DRX
to get,
dari Korea lagi.
Morgan to run the numbers.
This will be
Korea
super
lagi
fun
kita.
for whoever needs to do that. But now with the map pool, this is really interesting. Speaking of the three Korean teams here, they all play Haven. Genji
Kita
and
menang lawan
Nongshim
R-
ended
lawan
up playing that
RRQ.
Haven against RQ. RQ has learned how to play against them really well.
Yeah,
Monyan
mereka
even specifically talked
levelnya.
about this team. They're like,
Anjir,
look, they
Korodenya
all kind of play the same way. They use the same
dibain
comps
malahan.
for Haven. And DRX, the
Langsat
last time they
100%
played
cuy.
Haven, they also used this comp. So
Yes.
I'm wondering what's going to change here.
Yeah, I said
RRQ,
it. Like,
sunset
I even asked
100%
Monyan
anjing.
about it, but I said it as
Kalau dia
well on the
0%
desk. I was
dua
like,
game, dua kali
guys,
kalah.
they beat Genji. Why are we running the Genji comp worse than Genji play it against a team that's already beat that style? So we'll see if DRX do stick to that.
dong,
I
siapa
believe
itu?
when they've been playing that comp a little bit, although we did see Australia play it recently, they did play it with Flicker as well when he was playing for them. For
Kalau
a
RRQ
short
menang,
brief
apakah
period of
bakal
time.
happy?
But if there's
Tentu
anything we know about
saja.
DRX, it's that They could
Kamu
just change their
menanyakan
comp.
hal yang tidak perlu
And they
ditanyakan.
would.
Kita lihat.
And they just-
I would like to see them
Derek
not
ngeban
run the Genji comp
Lotus,
if we do get
Derek
Haven
ngeban apa?
today. That would
Ngeban
upset
Sunset.
me, to be honest.
Maaf 100% RRQ ya.
I think that would be greatly upsetting for anyone watching
Okay.
this.
Derek
I'm
apa
very
ngambil
excited to
bind?
see this. We are
Derek
getting a
ngambil
bind
apa
from
Derek?
RRQ, and I was trying to.
Derek ngambil Sun.
It's a
I don't think
wild
we've seen
card
RRQ
pick.
play
Terus
bind
ngeban apa lagi?
a long time. I can't even remember the last time they played bind.
Derek yang
Masih
ban apa lagi?
It makes
Korode
sense.
udah
Honestly,
pasti ya
DRX got
0%.
rocked
RRQ
by
Korode
Nongshim.
di
They
ban
got
langsung
heavily
guys.
raised by
Xbox,
Nongshim.
Derek ya,
And
boleh
I
Terus
think
di
that's
centernya
giving
bro.
DRX not the most amount of confidence
Heaven.
that RQ's picking into them. DRX is going to reply with an Ascent pick there, which is an interesting one. It's a map that has been a little bit hit or miss for DRX.
Ini nggak bakal
as
sampai
well.
decider guys.
But
Nggak sampai
we
map
haven't seen
3.
them play it with this current roster, I think, in this stage, so we'll see what we're going to get
Anjing
for them.
tanggal 17
And RQ was good at Ascent early on, especially
Yeah.
when they won that trophy in stage
Ini
1.
2-0 RRQ ya.
Look, Crazy Guy said it himself. Teo
Bakal sampai map 3 ini,
They've
santai
had to
aja.
change
Nggak bakal
shit
sampai
there.
Heaven kok.
The results haven't been as good. I'm just going to call it how I see it. They lost to
That is
Genji
true.
the other day.
Gila,
They got
RRQ
Munchkins. They got lurking
udah
KO'd.
ngeban Bind-nya
So,
tuh
you know,
3 kali,
sometimes
Cuk.
you get lurking KO'd, it's unfortunate.
Udah hampir nggak pernah main
Lurking
di
will be
ini.
the decider though. So we might get
Hampir
that
tidak pernah main di
comp
sini.
change up,
We're
but
gonna get answers.
Di Bind
on
anjir.
Haven.
Yeah, I mean,
Nol.
I hope it gets that. I mean, that's a matchup I want to see.
Derek pernah
could
3,
get
ngeban
Wiitzy
3
around
pernah
on the
dimainin
Neon
3, tapi
Dragon
mereka nggak pernah
on
Of
ngepick.
course he does. We are starting on bind here, and I
I'm
mean,
very excited for
this
this.
is RRQ's pick. They've not played it this
Kenapa?
whole
Ada
year.
strat
so
apa
why
ini?
are we picking this? As you say, DRX, it's not been
Ada
a
strat
good map
rahasia
from
apa
them.
nih?
Last time we saw it, they were running with that waylay, and I'm curious. I think there's going to be changes there.
Yeah.
Also,
What's the Brains Trust been cooking up? We got Warbirds and Ewok. This is one of the best coaching duos that we have in terms of foreigner coaching duos
Yep.
here in Pacific, in Korea. Who's going to play what though? Are we going to get a Mon yet? Raised?
Yeah, do we see
Is
double
Jem-
duelist?
Yeah, is Jemkin going to play Waylay? Because we've seen some
Oh, the
Waylay.
last time we
gameplay.
saw
Yeah.
Manya play Raze on this map was on Paper X.
Yeah.
This is like, that's the most recent one.
That could be great. We could get actually a Waylay head-to-head because Yunmin was playing
Oh, yeah.
Waylay
Oh, that
on
would
be-
VRX before. That could be sick.
That could be very interesting too. A majority of us have predicted for RQ. And are you guys, is this a bias pick or is this like science pick?
I think it's a little bit of
Oh,
both.
Okay.
I like the guys on RRQ. I'm not ashamed to
20%
say.
RRQ. Let's go.
And I do think I would put them as the
Di situ
favorite.
cuma ada monyet guys.
I think they
Ya,
showed very good form.
controllernya.
I mean,
Ini VP
RQ's
hari
beat
ini.
Genji.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, DRX hasn't. DRX has only looked very good against Team Secret. That's not enough for me to back them here. Unfortunately, RRQ's beat them head-to-head earlier this year as well. I think RRQ, they're the reigning Pacific champions. They had a rough patch of form rather, but I think they're really on the upward trajectory. Honestly, they had a great game against Nongshim. I think that they're going to keep winning.
I agree. I think they're both on an upward trajectory, but right now RQ is ahead
Yeah.
in this race. Right now, DRX is still forgetting a couple things right now, and I think when you're throwing in a map like Bind, this is gonna say everything about how the momentum of this particular
Kapan ya
series
guys
is
nonton
gonna
langsung
go.
ke Korea
I think they
guys?
put this veto upside
Nonton
down.
PCT
DRX
langsung ke
would
Korea
not.
kapan ya?
Oh, definitely not. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Termi also doesn't have the birthday buff this week, so
True.
that is also
enough.
data we
about
need to think about.
True.
This means everything. This means playoffs qualification as we send it down to the stage to welcome our two teams.
Let's go. Tepisin dulu ya. Kayak ketarik gitu ya gua, Cok. Buset dah. Salah ini salah tuh. Iya debusmu. Let's go RRQ, FIFA RRQ.
Let's go.
Team RRQ.
Hey, this is VCT Pacific. We got RRQ facing off against DRX. This is going to be very exciting because both of these teams are on the up and up. And we
Melon?
have stage one Pacific
Melon.
winners
Semangka
playing
anjing.
against
Ya kan watermelon.
the kickoff winners of Pacific. This is basically the best of best facing each other.
Absolutely. You know, you've had some similar storylines between both of these teams this year. Maybe some underwhelming performances at international events, but they have both won Pacific. RRQ want to prove that they are the more dominant team. They are the more recent winners and the defending champs, and they want to top the group here by winning all of the games that remain and topping things off nice and easy.
Yeah, they're looking super vibing right now, but let's see how DRX is feeling with these beach vibes. You know, Monyet is from Bali. This guy is the island dude. And, ooh, okay, you got umbrellas.
You got the props too.
You guys,
It's all good.
they probably have like sunscreen on. We aren't
Mako, lucu banget, Mako.
best sunscreen out here. But this is crazy. Today is so boring, but everyone's just vibing with the summer thing right now. Because, again, if DRX win today, they are in for playoffs.
I mean, Hyunmin's probably got a little bit of the beach vibes as well.
Estrella,
Chilling in
bekas
Hawaii.
dia.
Yeah, that's
Probably
true.
been surfing it up a little bit, so he's feeling very comfortable. For DRX as well, it's going to be a hell of a duelist head-to-head at some point. For DRX, I feel like this is going to be the first big test for them. I want to see them have a really strong game here. Even if they do lose to RRQ today, I want to see that they are going to be contenders here. And here we have the coach walkouts here. Once again, it's going to be Glow and Ewok this time around. DRX have been swapping it up. They've got a whole roster of coaching staff. Just send out the 15th coach. Someone different every time, you know?
The stage is going to break
Share it
through.
around.
You're all coming on right now. The stage can't hold them
Look at
all.
the size of the hoodle. You can't even hear across that. We need a megaphone.
This is crazy. But like you said, RQ's got a
topi
pretty
payung
solid coaching staff right now
Kop-
with
kop
Ewok and
Eko.
Warbridge. I see Ewok has
Topi
glasses
payung
now. When we
W
saw
sih.
him this morning, he had no glasses because he lost.
Ayo Ricky pasti bisa dan menang. Soalnya itu guys,
Like, I
saya
can't
bahasa
see
Korea tuh.
anything.
Bisa aku
I'm
baca
like,
dulu guys.
this is not good.
He lost it. You know, it was
The
one
worst day.
too many wide peaks from Monyet, and he just sent
Seru
him off the
banget.
deep end.
Di apa?
I mean,
Di apa nih
there's
lebih
so
seru
much on
daripada
the
yang lain
line for
anjir. Yang lain
both of
terlalu
these teams
seru.
today. You win and
Kenapa
you
ada
are in
gimmick-gimmick
playoffs. So
gini ya,
this is
Nani?
a must-win game here. Both teams going to be bringing their A game.
Bikin
We've seen
bisa.
some mix-ups in the veto, and I
Mako,
can't wait to see if we're going to get
gini.
mix-ups in the compositions as well.
Oh,
As we
yeah.
were just speaking about, both of these coaching staffs very, very strong. Not afraid to try something different, make changes when they need
Nunduk
to. And
gara-gara
I mean,
topi
I
payung.
can't wait for this match.
It's
Gotta
a-
love Valorant.
It's a super exciting game, and I think honestly, Bind is going to be an
Give me-
important. What?
I was like, give me your dream comp for RQ on Vine.
Green comp?
Like, what craziness?
I
do you wanna
actually
see?
have no idea what they're going to play. I really don't know what RRQ
wanna
are
see
going to play
something
here. I think
ridiculous.
as well.
I think double duelist will work. With Monya Jenkin, we
It
know
could-
that that's a very good pairing.
It could be a ridiculous comp because I just don't know who's going to play Raze. I don't know if they have that flexibility. Is my
Yeah,
big
true.
question for RRQ. So we'll get into the agent select.
Kaza,
here, and we will
double
see
duelist.
ourselves. Okay, RRQ.
Monyet
Oh, I'm worried
Waylay.
actually. I'm worried. I
Why?
haven't seen. They have
Baru
seen
Gen-
Monyet
Gen- Gen-
Waylay with
Gen-
Jeff
Gen- kushnya
on Split
deadlock.
before. It was horrific to watch. I actually really hated it on the attacking side of Split. Looks like a similar comp, but the Gecko as well as the Deadlock, I think are going to be really good at wrestling map control on Bite. I think the refresh
Iya,
of the
ada
graphics
agen
and
yang
the Dizzy
sama
are going to
ya.
be great for them with combination of the Yoru.
Yeah, they are starting attack as well, so I think there's going to be some really strong site execs from that comp. On the side of DRX, they've made changes as well.
Oh.
They've kind of simplified, going back to that Viper with the Brimstone and the Raze being that solo duelist. And the only other
Kapan
little
ya
wrinkle there
Acu
was the
punya
Vice
itu
flashback
kursi kayak
on
gitu
the
guys,
Vice
Secret
there.
Lab.
Yeah, Estrella going to be maybe a little bit easier to IGL from the info init position. And Freeing was actually pretty good on Viper when he played it on Corrode. He's starting to really bed into that role now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm really excited for Bind. Are you guys excited?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Casters, are you excited?
Hell yeah, we're so darn excited. Oh my god, double duelist. It's RRQ versus DRX. Heavy hitters for sure, but once again, it is high stakes for these two teams.
Yeah, I'm excited, but probably not for the reasons that a lot of people out there are as well, because what is this composition of agents? What is Ewok and Warburg's cooking? Is it good? Is it bad? Who knows? Because I dare say no one was expecting this. We don't see buy-in from RRQ. We see it a little bit from DRX, but even they themselves that the desk has just highlighted on have some change-ups as well, right? So Marco is going away from the Omen onto the Brim, which is more standard, and we've got some change-ups between Estrella and Freeing, swapping the roles, right, for the Viper and the Fade. So a pretty, normal-ish style comp. We do see not really anyone running this exact formulation of 5 agents on this map, but hey, maybe they can pilot it and
Kasih
make
emak
it
Acu, guys.
work, because we have a banger
My
series
mama,
here.
yeah.
It deserves all 3 maps. Bind, Descent, and Haven between our kickoff winners DRX and our stage 1 winners RRQ. Let's have them in that form because the international results probably don't speak the good truth.
Not yet. So here we go, on to Vines. RQ on the attack.
Kalem dulu nih.
Smokes a little bit.
Kalem.
I'm going to see what adaptations DRX do come out with as well, as they did get smacked by Nongshim Red Force on
Taker
this
kah?
map
Oh, yeah.
too. So perhaps a little bit of a in why they're changing their composition. I think for me it needs to be very flexible in how they're going to be navigating around the map as well because of this comp that RRQ are throwing their way. Currently though, a couple of pot shots through the wall at long, and you are removing Jemkin.
That's a little bit of utility gone, no flashes. Monyet though still alive, so
Masing-masing
along
out
with
sama
that some
Estrella tuh.
options, but
Kena itu harusnya.
because of that toxic
Yang
screen,
Raja
you're
aku
gonna
sih.
have a tough time finding angles into the B site. Estrella as well, fully
Lebar,
inside of
lebar.
Hookah. Ooh. Wow, the grab net just refreshed.
Kena sih. Kena itu.
Does land as well. Estrella is
Gas.
caught.
Yeah, see what can come out here. Bit of pressure around the site with 30 seconds to go, but it's going to be a TP play.
TP.
And look who's still hanging around the A site as well. Freeing and flashback here. A lot of that Vice utility towards short.
A little bit further back. Good on the delay though.
Hujan
Snake
guys yang
bite
mengenam makan
towards
mie, apalagi yang
Babs.
pakai kuah ya.
Everyone from
Hujan di sini.
RQ still trying to route back up together. Got that sheer wall, trying to trip it, go through the teleporter. Hey,
TP lagi.
10 seconds though. You gotta go quick.
And Marco hasn't
Ya Allah.
moved. He could absolutely pull the rug out.
Ya Allah,
from under
10 detik.
them.
That's why Monyet's the first one in.
Hey!
Trying to get the
Spike-nya!
No time, no time!
No time.
That's it. I can't believe that
Oh
that's
my
how the
God.
round goes to DRX. They got the kills, but because Mako didn't crack under pressure, killed Wingman. Yes, killed.
Yeah.
He got the pistol.
Yeah, I thought he was actually going to try and still finish off the frag on towards Monyet, but
Udah bagus
luckily
ya
enough,
startnya.
he does manage to destroy the wingman, and the plant doesn't come on
wingman-nya
out. So not the
dari
way that you
atas
would
dan
expect
dia perlu
the pistol
lompat
round
itu.
really to go, but when you're going for a double TP angle, you do have the time going a little bit down to the wire. See the replay
Wah, itu
on
kalau-
this one, Monyet. Yeah, just
Wah.
couldn't finish him off in time. Trying to
Sepersekian detik dong
back
itu
and
kalau
dive around the
bisa
side.
dapat duluan sih harusnya.
See some adjustments coming in
Plan
towards
ya.
this next round.
Apa-apa.
The plant, you know, in the
Untungnya
later stages
masih
of that one at the
masih
end for some
unggul
extra,
pistoron sih.
but just
kalah ya.
pistols invested in the rounds.
And also just the quick dives too. Already into lamps, and DRX are fully aware. Flashback in for the spray and the burst. Freeing coming back into
Oi!
the fill space. Crazy guy does take a decent kill, but I think it's gonna forward into too much. Spike plant coming in, trying to take up more space as well. Freeing still trying to keep things aware.
Oh, that's some good damage on the paint shells.
No more util now though. So it's good eco. Unless you can get some more guns away from DRX.
Tuh, umpan lagi.
Oh, before the peak. Mako manages
Yeah.
to silence that.
Tento.
Hyunmin from the back, well, from the front. And DRX moving up 2-0.
Yeah, well, that is another plant from RRQ technically though in this round, right? So they'll be getting a little bit of extra change, but nothing too consequential. They would have a buy coming in towards the bonus round next as well. Now I really want to start to see what this composition is cooking like for them, right? Why the Astra pick as opposed to the Brimstone?
Ini
How
loh.
are they combining the nebulas and the
Aduh, dia
dissipates as
anjir,
well when you're
flashback.
getting in towards the site for Monyet and Jemkin to try and play a little bit of hazard around as well? Because that can cause some confusion towards the opponents, right? And definitely, you know, when you look at this series from an outside view, you're contemplating RRQ, permering Lotus, DRX, permering Sunset. What are we looking to like to get the pick to come out from RRQ, right? Is it going to be something like Icebox or not? So into this bonus round, we'll see what DRX do adapt with. Some early B long play at the moment is scaling up for RRQ, and they're starting to count a little bit of this utility as well, right? From Hyunmin on the raise, from Straya on the fade. The single TP from Jemkin has his gate crash available to get back to this B side as well. Just the settling down of the time, seeing if there's any overextensions from DRX, if there's any push and pull that RRQ can potentially do.
Font almost back.
Dikejar dulu sih sama Jemkin ini.
Yeah, time is just ticking.
Showernya bisa masuk.
And you got the Sentinel util over towards the A site for DRX. You still got an Incendiary being held by Marco as well.
Iya. Tepat. Nice
Some of the
Monyet.
utility gone though, so RQ just executing into the side. Mako not
Okay,
quite in
sip.
range, so
Dapat set.
takes time to cross over.
He ate that mosh as well, just trying to get on through it.
No chance. Wanted to get a little bit more, but that will be that. So flashback now, trying to take some space around elbow. Not too bad. Bulldog kill, maybe a weapon picked up if Frink can cross over. Bear Mash is kind of in his way. The slight angle as well. So RRQ just holding on to the spike now.
So they really need to do, right? Have a bit of a pass mark, save with 4 players at the end of it. Of course, freeing only with the Ghost. See him probably go up with the spike, but we could definitely have the Phantom save for flashback. And the rest of the team on RRQ is already really just dispatched away. So on the board, nice and good for the bonus round. But again, quite followable as well, right? For RRQ, bit of orb engagement over at the B side of the map. You're toying with the idea of the teleporter as well, that the Yoru can always have some good little toing and froing through. You get Omens that can do the same, right, with the fake Shrouded Steps through it. But really, for me, it's this double duelist squad of Jemkin and Monyet. How powerful it can be, and how is it going to look on this map of Bind too? Because it's not like it's the Neon variety that we're so accustomed to. It's the Waylay. And I think Pilsky literally said it best. I had it in my notes. Yoru Waylay on split. No. For RRQ.
Well, on Bind, that round was looking a little bit better. Now
Mana itu?
still going in with it.
Oh,
though.
pas banget di
Monyet
depan.
already light speeds onto sight.
Nice. Ih, pas banget di depan lem
Again,
anjir.
yeah, went over towards the front side of Lamps, so unfortunate for Free and gets caught out in that one.
Kaget itu beliau tiba-tiba nginjak ada mouse speed ya.
Actually managed to
He's stuck in the corner. Didn't
block
catch
it off.
if there was a saturator or anything that comboed with it or a flash, but doesn't really matter because it's the plant going down and 5 versus 4.
And the util already spent too,
Oh,
not
nah.
really delaying the plant whatsoever. And RRQ now in position to strike against DRX. Thrash going through. Estrella coming from the back
Allah!
though. Crazy guy needs to
Aloo!
cancel it, doesn't really do it in
Lagi
time.
ulti.
Estrella on for the double kill. And suddenly a lot more space. Mako being able to swing out from both sides. 2 more as well, and DRX are back in.
Yeah, unfortunately for Crazy Guy there, didn't get the comms quick enough that there was a bit of a flank happening from Estrella as well, right?
Ada
Just
satu,
laying
ada
that
satu, ada
flank
satu.
timing
Jangan.
to almost perfection as soon as he's in the thrash as well. Just no comms from Jemkin, clean enough. Gets a double for it, and then Marco just crosshair focus as well. That's the reason why Freeing has died. Okay, so no extra utility thrown his way. Going for a bit of a challenge outside a Showers bush. Yeah, feels bad a little bit there for Crazy Guy. Nevertheless, no equalization early on this one. It's the defensive lead for DRX currently. But another crack at it for RRQ. With this utility set that they are throwing down towards Lamps, you've got to be a little bit more careful as freeing, specifically if you're with the Judge too, because if you get forced off the line, playing back with the Judge, maybe you can find some good value from it. A different rendition now of how this Lamps take is looking.
And still hit by stuns nonetheless. Grafnet trying to get out, but Flashback ultimately is the one to block everything off just from this one corner alone. Continues to play around dice, repositioned. Xfera though, close enough, will be able to kill him with the stinger. But now you're getting wallbanged all over.
Gunman can showstopper if he needs.
Spike down.
Oh,
Jemkin managing to
oh
push
my
down.
god!
Another kill. Dimensional drift now, just to get himself out of dodge.
Just gonna scope out the info, scope out the pause. Estrella.
Ini di sini.
Yeah, Haunt as well. Jemkin is relatively low, so if Estrella does manage to take him down, this will be a lot more doable, but Jemkin is just toying with him still. Another star set up, and Estrella has to back off from it. Still quite unknown. Looks into the corner, gets off at the right time. Maybe a dink, but nonetheless a kill for RRQ.
The 2 versus 4 to come through. Jemkin has delivered some brilliance in that one. Individually, very sharp crosshair placement for those headshots as well. When you think that Flashback was the starter, I thought the round was done when he's come out with a sensational 3-beat from him.
Tapi
And in
Jemkin
that
lebih
post-man
gila.
as well, there's no opportunity for
Set
Hyunmin
lebih-
to rip out the rocket. It's that 3rd kill for me on towards Freeing that really is the one that I'm like, really? Jemkin got the 3rd there? That's a roughie to come through towards DRX, but they still will fashion themselves a buy
Kenapa lagi nih?
and look to have to reposition their own approach.
Mana tuh? Mana dia? Mana cuk?
Not going to be
Pas
maximizing
banget.
the Viper of Freeing either in this sort of round
teman
where
gua harus nonton
you
sini.
standard Viper
Ini
will
sih.
go through the teleporter and you can do some pop plays
Si
outside of
ini
showers
teman lu
with
harus
it. It's
nonton
more
nih,
of a
Cuk.
streamline to this B site.
Sama-sama 2-1 ini
You
anjir.
want to give the site for a bit of a post plant. Yeah, you could have some good value with it there, but you're playing with, you know, a Stinger, for example. You've still got your retake ability, Steel Guard and Showstopper. Those can be quite powerful. But right now, you're playing on the back of the crossfires as Monyet gets the Convergent pass online.
Dapat info pasti
Looking for
di
a pop
mana
play
sih?
into this B site.
I don't know how well that's going to work out. Paint shells and everything to slow and delay them down. Monyet, though, managing to bypass most of it with the light speed. Gets in the side, gets in the elbow, and that's 2 kills now. Wingman going in for the plants too.
Side,
Hyunmin not
awas.
able to come on the line. It's freeing though.
Big side.
With the Stinger, he's close
Nah,
enough.
masih
Xfero on the lurk.
Nice.
Freeing still wreaking havoc.
Masih backside,
It's a
Cuk.
1v2 and he's so darn low. Spotted out by the barrel. Jemkin brings RQ to 3.
You got that autonomy being seen as well from Xfero just over in the showers, looking for that late lurk. Really well done with that one, as opposed to like Marco, who's going to probably be sticking around for a lot of these approaches to drop the sky smokes. Speaking of, I feel like that incendiary might have been a little late timed. You didn't get a lot from that with the thorns that go down towards Garden as well. But really, Monyet, when you got that waylay utility that you can just throw on in, right?
Stinger
Your
ini
opponents
memang
can't really do anything against you.
jadi
Saw some great
berasa megang
plays from
sandal
May
anjing.
in the last series when that was coming out, and we're already starting to see it used quite nicely on this map as well. But this the time where the DRX coaching staff have kind of figured out what's working for RRQ, what's lapsed on their own side to make their own adjustments.
Buat nonton.
They're already seeing a lot of it. Past 2 rounds, maybe even the 3rd one. Just the way that RQ has been going over to this A side, or even the way that they take space over B long. Some slight gaps in that perhaps, but also at the same time,
Anjir di hari Rebo.
the potential with some of the DRX players who are starting to build out towards ultimates. Mako with the orbital strike prepared. As you mentioned from before as well, you know, needing to be able to delay RQ, or at least to block them off. Incendiary, Sky Smoke's quite paramount to DRX's success on this defensive side.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to see what sort of repositioning they opt to do and change up on this defensive side and where they're putting Flashback for me, I think, right? When you're looking at his utility that's just getting disrespected at the moment from Monyet, you want to put a lot of this premium on actually getting value from it. This round is just going to be of the eco variety to come through from the Korean squad, though. A very passive approach toward it in the default styles, so RRQ eventually going to recognize that. Group up together as well and go on in. Cushy, Xfero, meanwhile, both one away from their own ultimate, so coming into the next round, rifle round, those two are going to have some pretty crucial value.
Masuk.
Nice. Value already found in this round at least. Monyet, another entry. It's been so good on it so far.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show this Spice utility, he can just get over
Yeah.
really through, and it's
Nice,
still nothing,
Jemkin.
right?
Just floats over.
Yeah.
Jemkin getting the 2nd kill now. This round is practically done unless DRX finds more kills. Just some good damage going over. But otherwise, you're not expecting too much. They're even blocked off so much because of these this deadlock wall, barrier mesh right in their faces.
No, it actually makes me wonder, for RRQ, is this a custom-tailored comp to get the better of DRX? Ooh. Or are they going to keep running with it after dependent? In a match where the championship points are so equal,
Sama
one
nih
team
juga
wants
nih.
to get in front because you're looking at the top
Singularity nih.
5 teams in Pacific at the moment. Let's say, for argument's sake, on the tail
Lah,
end
gua
of this
dapat
little
kecik
eco round,
pakai singularity
2 of those teams do
Dari
get
pintu.
in towards champs
Di
from
sunset.
placing
Oh, yeah,
first
yeah,
and second.
not
The other battle for the 3 points, these two are the closest. You got T1 just a bit ahead, right?
How many points do they have exactly, Komodo?
It's 10, I think.
Yeah, 10. Both of them having 10. That's why this match matters quite a bit as well. Not only does it get them into playoffs.
DRX 10, RRQ 10, T1 12, Gen G 12, and Paper X 14. So it just goes to show how close Pacific is at the top at the moment. Of course, there is still a world in which the other teams can go through to playoffs, and, you know, then it becomes even worse for RRQ or DRX, because then your Paper X's and your Gen Gs and T1s are above them.
That'll be a monumental fall off.
It's going to be very interesting to see how Pacific does play out, but this is the round that I've been waiting for, Quack.
So
big
tight.
buy round and an operator out as well in the hands of Hyunmin, currently long range down at the mid side of B.
RQ cautious to it.
Just good scaling approaches for them, really, right? The Dizzy that they can keep refreshing. Right now, setting up for some different utility, actually. Where's that Mosh going, I wonder, on the back of site somewhere?
It's going,
Just
man.
for front guard and clear, but here's the operator.
Ooh.
Perfect shot.
And it's shut down Monyet. How pivotal has he been for RRQ to get in towards these sites as well? What options do they now have that he's gone? Is it the Jemkin show, or can the rest of the team get in without him?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit tougher, that's for sure. Shearwall managed to get triggered at the end of that clone, so not too bad. TP'd over as well, crazy guy.
You'll see the orb get picked up and that the Thrash will get online. That has to be the avenue you would assume for RRQ to be able to get back in towards this site, right? When you don't have Mon yet to be able to light speed on in, or Jemkin currently in with a gate crash and a flash. The Thrash is in, the orbital strike answered, and Xfero's lurk shut down. This feels very non-workable for RRQ.
30 seconds left too, but they are well, dug in a little bit too deep, so just trying to do as much as possible still. Wall line towards the back of side. Jemkin, unfortunately, kind of delayed by himself. Even though the Annihilation does get ripped in, it's still very strong hold coming out from DRX. Cushy laying up around Dice. He hears the footsteps, spots the barrel. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, the warband can't come out on that one, unfortunately, mate, but that is a retake successful for DRX, and they weathered through the Thrash and the Annihilation. Bit unfortunate that it was the ricochet approach from Cushy as well, right? You just see the Cocoon going back against the wall, and it allowed for the escaping of freeing there, I do believe it was. Nevertheless, that sounded very level-headed. That looked very level-headed from DRX. They recognize that they have the favorable positions. They know where the round is ending. They stall out the quick, aggressive approach as well that could have happened beyond the Thrash on the A site. But really, for me, the big question for me is, what do they look like when they don't have Mon yet? Because it is very get him over this utility, get him in with the team, with combination of the flashes, because they've been using the blind sides and the Dizzies really well behind him going in towards the sites.
So that's an op now for Jemkin.
The Viper's Pit used early over towards A short 2.
OP versus OP.
Crosshair. Showers.
Jemkin dong.
Jemkin starting things off.
That's a big deal to win, actually, for RRQ. Open up a big gap and a rotate forced out for DRX. Both of the controllers now over towards the A site with the Vice utility over to B. Looking to see some heroics from Flashback here with the Archros available on the site to assist his teammate there in Australia, but now it's just gone, isn't it?
Much tougher to hold.
Early rip out of the Nightfall to ensure that you cut their health down a size, and if they're going out of hookah, you're shredding them. Your Thorns, I mean, they would have had good value in combination with something like that, but they're gone because Flashback's done. Australia now, Garden, gotta chop them.
If he gets a good double, oh, there it is!
But not the third.
3v3. Yeah, maybe not the third just yet, but
Third
still a
sate,
little more doable for Mako to then hold
Aloo.
outside of this toxic screen. Even gets a good tag on a crazy guy.
2 versus 2.
Crazy guy. He slipped through an elbow.
But I think Marco recognizes it maybe or maybe not. Gravnet goes away, 20 seconds. You're looking to see where the spike is going, guys, because Crazy Guy, he is actually being the crazy guy here.
Mako has no idea. Oh, he does turn around. Oh,
Nice.
no! Continues to spin way too many variables, and that's 10 seconds. Wingman gets the plant.
Kapan anjir dia lewat? Anjir nggak ngeliat gitu.
Getting blocked off by Mosh as well.
Di smoke tadi.
Gonna have to contend for a lot of space on the site.
Dapat
Cut
nih,
some
harusnya.
corners, and
Dapat
that's
nih
where
Crazy
Crazy
Guy
Guy really gets the spring
Wait.
forward. Ooh!
Ingat gak itu?
Spotted out by the map. So
Pernah ingat
Bree
gak ya?
knows where one is. Snakebite available to maybe block off another potential angle. He's worried about
Apa ini
elbow.
cuy? Timing-timingan ini.
Gravnet,
Oh my,
Nice.
just goes in for it.
yeah, not even needed. Gravnet would have confirmed that if he got
Apa
off the
ini?
spike for the duel and then
Timing
planted
per
his feet on the floor. What a round from RRQ, and what ambition from Crazy Guy with the spike on his back to wrap around elbow as well. You know, what would have happened if Freeing was already down to spawn side and he wins that duel? I think that there's really no way that you're getting back in towards that round where the spike is in a kind of irretrievable position. It was 20 seconds to go when that would have happened. It would have been round done. The Crazy Guy with a great read in that spot. And Cushy being very patient and just understanding that the call is there for that reason, and it works out a treat for RRQ to hold onto this lead, maybe extend it with the eco that DRX have here. Gunmin on a Phantom. First point of contact in hookah.
It's a very tight angle. Just for information, he can slow and delay them with paint shells. Some exchange of utility.
Oh, kena itu.
No more utility, just
Oh,
pulling him
keluar
out
dia
of the
pakai
way.
sejal.
I'm liking the timing on Xfero and Co as well, how they're playing around all of his Astra util, but this from Hyunmin. Gun barrel, I'm not sure if it was actually seen, but he goes for the second attempt and Kushi just shuts him down. That rifle is not retrievable for this eco situation of DRX either.
Yeah, a little bit too adventurous on that.
And now with the player advantage for RRQ, they can just group up together and look to explode. They heard the sheriff on the site. They kind of know the situation that DRX are in.
DRX though, still wow, very courageous. Estrella does manage to pick it up, but only for the 1 kill. Wall up now in the site, pretty much in control of RQ.
Yeah, you're not really getting back into this one as freeing and flashback. That wall, you'd have to just respect it and wait it out or start knifing the corner of it. And just on these pistols, it's probably the better angle as well to go up with the spike and not give your opponents a duel, right? Kushi and Crazy Guy, both 2 away from their ultimates. If they hunt 1 kill here, and they either pick up an orb or something like that, those are going to be monumental ultimates on the back of a Dimensional Drift as well. I mean, you look collectively to the ults behind RRQ, right? There is a lot of them that can actually get you just in towards the site in and of itself. I can't actually wait to see what they've got prepared with the Cosmic Divide and the Dimensional Drift as well. If they have any sort of little pockets that they can drift in towards and pop out and get some good damage like that. I've seen a lot of those combinations. For example, on Pearl, it was quite common when that was in last stage. RRQ, definitely a team that, well, for the youngins out there, knows how to cook with the comps.
Yeah, and thanks to that, they have the lead now. It's rather seesaw back and forth towards the first few rounds, but this is now RRQ starting to work up to a bit of a streak.
Yeah, the most important round kind of for DRX. They want to try and make it a 6-6 coming up next, or if it'll be something like an 8-4 half. I'll worry for them on the switch up to their own attack on this map. Look back towards that Nongshim game that they played as well, and well, they got 4 rounds on attack, so there was something there, but they got nothing on defense. That's where they're at now, so they've got, I don't know, infinite percentage increase, because can't times 0 by anything.
Already doing a little bit better. Nonetheless, though, RRQ once again begin their assault into B long.
Yeah, a different look as well on how they're gathering Garden, whether it be with the Mosh or with the Gravnet, this time upping for the later.
2 from DRX and Luka. Oh.
Early utility just trying to confirm some information towards long. Gunman holding tight line. His teammates need to stay alive in hookah for him to still stay on that line. And, well, Crazy Guy just not expecting it. There goes the Gecko, so someone would have to go for the plant in this B site, but now the ultimates start to lay in.
That's where they got the stream on through, but the corner not checked. Mako being able to punish Kushi.
Gak kecek ya sama ini ya.
All the way towards the back.
Sama
now, being
Jemkin
able
ya.
to spring out. Oh my goodness, Xfero. How has he just gotten a double kill?
I'm talking about the pockets that they want to try and go in. Jemkin in the drift just overlooks an angle on Marco. But somehow there's a recovery, a 2 versus 4 for a moment that the double comes through from Xfero, and now they pivot towards the A site. This Vice utility that's already laid down for flashback is available, and they do have a Steel Garden as well. With a plant that goes towards the showers, you would expect that they do go here, but I look to Jemkin. He's got the clone, he's got the flashes, and the Steel Garden actually does get dodged by both of them.
Might also just have revealed flashback's location, so just playing to the spike now. Jemkin in such a strong position. Flash and a fake clone. It just pulls them all off the spike. Now going in for the real kill and snaps onto the first. Goes in for the second. Flashback answers back though. The spike is halved. Xfero needs to go.
Oh, he defused it.
Oh my god! DRX managing to save it out at the end.
Oh, that is so close. I would love to see the millisecond mark that actually came on through. He's just tried to stick it at the very beginning, through the blind side, through the clone. They get it towards half. It's a sharp shot that comes on out. But my oh my, did Xfero try to just deliver in this one. There was the pocket that he came out of the drift, so we were right in I was right in assuming that they would have something like that. Here, just on the replay, I thought Jemkin, you know, had done what he needed to do. Xfero just narrowly can't win that one for a clutch over to the RRQ side of things. Now we go into the last round of this half, and you've got a party mix by from DRX. A Spectre, Guardian, Judge, and then some Phantoms.
Well, they can keep this up. The party don't stop. Hiding right underneath hookah right now is a pretty good spot.
Again, I shift my eyes to Crazy Guy and Cushy, right? I mentioned a couple rounds ago they were 2 away from those ultimates. Well, Crazy Guy walked into that operator in the last round. Doesn't have to worry about it now with how the econ was of DRX, but if they want to try and get an orb, they're going to have to either take a little fight early against Estrella over at Garden with a judge. It's not the general position that you assume that gun to be. Or it's in Showers where Flashback is waiting.
Pretty good line. Oh, that's Jemkin instantly ripped.
And I talk about wanting to go for a fight like that. That is an advantage for DRX, where things do now tend towards this B site. Good timing and placement of this utility as well can buy some crucial seconds with DRX to restabilize around the map, because Marco started to rotate on over to the B site.
And at 30 seconds, you still have the incendiary or showstopper for potential retake 2. This is tough for RRQ.
But now is the hit for RRQ, isn't it? All the utility in towards the site.
And it has to be Monyet. Straight back into
yeah,
ledge,
yeah.
but he doesn't really have a full angle. Managed to take down Bree, but there is that showstopper. Ooh, Hyunmin gone as well. Mako does take the shot back though, and Flashback continuing to hold paths to steal even more damage.
Yep.
Crazy Guy cannot get the plant. Has to stick it desperately, just baits them out into peeking, but Mako, successful swing.
Yeah, 13 seconds on the clock recognized there at the end, and just not enough time to go for the TP and get in towards the B site. Would have been damn close of an attempt to miss the timing. Regardless, it is the tail end of 2 that DRX do finds to equalize here. A neck-and-neck approach between these two teams for the half-time break. Big crucial place from Flashback in that round as well. He loses that duel over towards Showers, and that's an entry point into the site for RRQ. Maybe a way that they can look to close the round as well. And now we look towards discussions in this half and how it's going to look a little bit differently, right? This is an unexpected map in the pool that you would assume for RRQ to come out. I dare say no one thought Bind would have been a pick, or, you know, could have questioned, well, we know that DRX got smacked on by to Nongshim. We've got our own preparation because we know that this game between these two titans that are really starting to develop a bit of a rivalry, I think you could say. There's so much crucial prep towards a series like this for the championship point that is on offer between these two teams to get one spot in the lead, right? To confirm that 4th spot currently in the point system. You want to do something cheeky. It's a pocket-held map for RRQ, right? No one's seen Bind. We don't know what the Bind looks like for this roster. So I think it's a pretty, you know, it's an ambitious pick for sure, but it's not like it's a throw caution to the wind and just go for it.
Not at all. Certainly want it to be a lot more, a bigger of a bang for RRQ, but like you said, right, this rivalry, it's really, really tensing up to be something so much more. DRX now off to the attacking side, and we'll see once again how this double duelist will fare.
On the defensive side, yeah, I'm expecting a lot of aggressive space from Monyet and Jemkin, backed up with some flashes and some nebulas that can be dissipated away. You know, these are going to be some options where you look towards buying for a Brimstone, right? How many teams do we just see dropping the Sky Smoke down B long for a bit of the ore control? You didn't really see that from Marco. He's flexing between the B site and the A site more often than not towards the B site, looking to just assist from there and the hookah play. So stylistically, just a lot of different agents across the board for both of these teams. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
Yeah?
there is 10 different agents in the server. Yeah.
No mirror. It's a full 10 difference, but nonetheless, we'll see how they actually make it work. DRX on the attacking side.
Yeah, well, I just talked about the Sky Smokes that generally go down to this B long position. Well, does look like RRQ want to keep a little bit of the defensive norm.
Ooh.
Guys.
They'll get the orb. They'll force DRX to maybe steam a little bit ahead towards this A site as well, where they'll cut the lamp side of things with the toxic screen and look to navigate their way into the site. But I love this timing of the barrier mesh. They have a saturate thrown in there as well.
Oh, just bounced off all that utility. Even a shot from DRX, though, right through it. They know they're stuck inside a hookah.
Big flashback.
2 kills! Oh my god! Right around the corner. It's just Xfero trying to come back in. Maybe good enough position to deny spike plant.
That'll be hard. 2 versus 5.
Uh-oh.
He's being spotted out as well. Flashback on a bit of a pistol heater. Hyunmin for the close as well. Good flawless pistol for DRX. And you think the idea for RRQ as well, they find the space over at Fountain, they force their opponents back, they funnel them in towards the A site. I feel like the utility that they're dropping down though, the fact that Monyet gets seen just before the Nebula pops there, and Flashback finding those 2 kills. That was kind of the nail in the coffin for that round anyways.
Lagi tajam banget, Cok.
Pistol round for DRX on a good start on their opponent's map pick. Start off with the second round, unless we get some shenanigans afoot like we saw in the last series where you can't really follow up a pistol round.
Should not be happening.
It shouldn't be happening. Especially when it's the full classics, but I say that, and how did our series end on the last map?
No comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, RRQ still just trying to play it safe as much as possible. You got the same smokes. DRX, though, seeing that no one's really there, gonna investigate with the Prowler.
Yeah, I look towards this attacking side for DRX, and Hyunmin really starting to find his peak form again, right? With the just multi-fragging on high impact. You come in towards a series like this and you can continue that on. It gives, you know, a lot of people some really good faith that this DRX is a team that can still get towards champs. They've not missed a champs, even throwing it all the way back. This organization has not missed it from Vision Strikers days, right? So, points, the playoffs, so crucial for DRX to make sure they're finding, speaking of, freeing with a double to start off this little eco.
That was a ghost too. Oh, he'll throw that away, not too big of a loss for free. Happy with the kills and points that he's gotten onto his ult. Mako repositioning too into an unexpected spot. Cushy and Crazy Guy, well, just Crazy Guy left.
Yeah, just very, I don't want to say mundane, because it's well thought out and it's well appropriate for DRX and how they're navigating this round. They know they're against the eco. It's very slow and deliberate. And it's very DRX style as well. I'll leave no stone unturned going in towards the site when you consider that the last round as well, right? We're just seeing pistols needing to really find some good timing. We see the multi-frag come up from Flashback. This time it's from freeing. Everybody getting a piece of the pie for DRX. And Crazy Guy just going to hopefully go down with the ship here. And deny any extra ulti orbs over to the side of DRX. That's what's going to happen. So now we'll tenderize Quack to see what does this bonus round look like for RRQ. You know, how do they find some good defensive successes against the lesser weapons of DRX, and do they have any set pop plays for us on this defensive side, or is it going to be just a little bit more back to the site approach? I expect not. I'd be very disappointed if it was.
Yeah, you got the double duelist, right? So, still though, needing to keep that momentum on their side. Might start to overthink things a little bit. Same smokes once again.
Oh, just looking for the spray through the nebula. You've seen this early on already. Going for the orb is Crazy Guy. Very large value on getting a thrash on the defensive side for retakes, but now that you've lost him, and Jenkins low as well, this does not give you good foresight for the remainder of this round.
So he's just going to get proactive, and that's where you get punished as well.
Yeah. Head off the shoulders for Monyet, and as I said, Jemkin low. This is very strugglesome situations for RRQ in this round, unless we see Cushy just find something here. Uh-oh. Yeah, caught out with the U-tilt. Seen plays like that before. Drop the wall behind yourself in showers and look to sit yourself or a teammate in there. Look for some massive multi-fragging action. This one is gone by the wayside for RRQ.
Oh, might even just be a long save.
Oh, I would expect so. I mean, DRX, they'll still clear all the corners going in towards the C side at the moment. I wouldn't mind a plant to be on flashback here, get closer to the Steel Garden.
I'm not gonna lie. I would be mad if RQ called the timeout soon.
Oh, for sure. You're dropping your first gun round into it against the lesser buy of DRX, right? Playing into that bonus. But to be honest, the way that you lose your first kill and the extra damage that was there as well, just some sprays through the nebula, as soon as you see those starting to come through,
you should know.
I mean, it's the 50-50, right? You either give them the respect and you lose the orb control, but you lose a lot of the B-long space as well, and you have to play for hookah or backside, and even then you start to feel strugglesome, or you return some fire as well. Because just sticking through the orb and trying to play Matrix style and dodge all the bullets is not really working there for Crazy Guy nor Jemkin. Now with both players noted on the save sim, yeah, it doesn't feel like DRX are going to be able to remove any of the guns anymore. So it'll definitely be the 9th round for DRX found. And we'll see, Quack, if you'll get your timeout from RRQ.
Come on, Ewok. I do like that though. I mean, the fact that you certainly
Gesss.
cannot play Matrix. and
Demot,
just
Gesss,
hope
demot,
that
demot.
Nobody hits you. Timer paused.
You got one.
Right on the money.
You got one. Yes, there definitely needs to be
man.
some decisions made on this defensive side as
Ini loh.
well, and I think it comes down to how many reps, you know, for RRQ do they have in their scrims, you know, in with this composition. I know scrims are very different to what they feel on the stage as well. Don't get me wrong, but that's where they can explore how this composition is going to look. Or on the flip side, if you're coming out with a map that you haven't played before and a composition that you've not really seen before as well, right? Really, how many different bits and pieces do you have in confidence?
Right. Saw that theory brought out,
Yeah.
but also being able to adapt in this stage. It's been pretty tough because DRX are quite aware of what this comp is meant to do. They're playing it safe and they're just kind of working off of it.
Yeah, I mean, despite the loss to Gen G for the first week and the surroundings of the situation back
Write
then,
that off.
right? The Nongshim win that they have very, very close in the final map as well, but the other ones, you know, one clean, one not clean, and the Team Secret just dispatching last week as well, right? You got RRQ and right now and Global Esports next.
Well,
DRX have, you know, had some ups and downs, but I think they've weathered it quite nicely, and I think you're looking for a couple of pivotal players in the roster as well to have a good performance. I always tend to, you know, as many people do, Hyunmin on the DRX side of things. If the fact that Flashback is just stepping up here and Freeing's just having a normal, you know, high-level performance as well, bodes quite well. They saved guns from RRQ, though. See what they're going to be able to deliver. Jemkin to this A side with Xferro, both in showers together. The Dizzy is going to goo out, but they missed the timing on it. They get shower space, but just confirm that no one is immediately close. And now the Dizzy is irretrievable too.
that timer's just going to keep going off. It might be some second shaved off the clock, but that's it. Now, jiggling outside of B-Long, he spots him, but Flashback gets a shot into Xferro too.
Yeah.
Ouch.
High-level awareness on the Outlaw when you know that it's a save from the previous rounds. You know you're going up against the just, you know, probable no big shields.
Tajamnya banget ini dia.
Light or none, or regen. Outlaw will just mince them.
Really, Jemkin, this corner?
He doesn't have a gate crash available either around the map, so he is committed.
I'm very worried, but he's gonna
Nice, nice,
shoot!
Jemkin.
Oh my goodness! A double! Monyet to bail him out.
Oh
The
my God.
flash!
30 seconds left.
In an instant,
Nice.
Mako suddenly fearful for his
Nice.
life. Jemkin goes for it. Monyet diving in as well,
Yeah.
picks up the weapon, turns around, and takes out Flashback.
He's gone kind of nuclear on that one, isn't he? A position committed with no bailout strategy, but it's just stand and deliver for the Thrifty to come through for RRQ. Monyet in there for the end as well. He wants a piece. He wants to arrive to the party. That's a round where there was an opening kill to DRX, a round that RRQ kind of had no business in. But when Australia is not
Good, yeah.
using any Prowler or Haunt to start to clear the corners there, and they're just playing on the back of this slow play that DRX is generally known for, that one feels like everything is going in the favor of
Gue udah boleh
RRQ,
hitam lagi ya.
and they just don't miss the shots.
Thanks to that, now money's good. Jemkin has the op.
Yang bikin gopek.
Mission down towards B long. Just going to confirm that no one is there as we get a progression sky smoke from Marco to start to scale up and clear hook up. Give your team some options to be able to get a set execute in towards this B site.
Bree trying to lurk.
Oh, he's so ambitious to
Nice.
just push through his own wall. Cushy read that one.
Jemkin has info too. Steel Guard in play from DRX though. Just really trying to execute into the site, but you got the sword. Oh no! Slow on the reactions.
Yeah, must have blinked
Kenapa
to
lama
look
gitu
somewhere
responnya?
else. It's a little bit of chipper damage on the flashback, but it's a plan to come through for DRX and in a 4 versus 4 post plant with no ultimates to figure things out around the side as RRQ. There's some flashes, light, saturate, and Gravnet already thrown.
It's really gonna come down to fights. Flashback has a good little arc rose though.
There's
Oh.
the wingman that goes out.
Nice.
Well, Wingman's gonna add a lot of pressure. 2 kills though for DRX,
Nice.
and they begin to swing, wanting to shoot down the Wingman. They managed to do it, but Mako now way too low. What a shot from Monyet onto
Nice.
another crazy guy. Deals it at the end, and the defuse goes the way of RRQ.
Yeah, Wingman gets half defused, some damage that they're trying to find. I was a little bit questioning the plant in the corner They hadn't completely cleared out the back of sight when they went to start to force the plant down as well. Had they gone in the open, I think it might have been a little bit better in a post plant defendably. But it starts off a little bit worrisome. Flashback there. Oh, they did look to clear the back of it, so I am a bit surprised that they fully go for the corner plant. They have to look for some adjustments come next round, because now it's been 2 in a row for RRQ with that thrifty into a rifle round. And Freeing's lurks are not really allowed to frolic at the moment. An opportunity for RRQ to tie things up and a change of positions yet again on where they're putting their forces on this defensive side. The operator on the other side of the map can get some assistance again from that Dizzy through the TP if you need. The onus definitely is on DRX here to start to clear some of these angles, start to push together towards the site they want to end. Operator heard and showers. It'll deny the Prowler from really clearing a lot of it.
Just a pretty good stance for RRQ to hold. DRX, though, still trying to find another position.
Yeah, second Prowler invested. You do clear showers, but if you still want to go on this approach, how are you putting Jemkin off the line? You're legging.
But it's close enough. You get the Nightfall in, and maybe, just maybe, the push out from A short. Snakebite in as well, but Munyet tries to dodge it. Unfortunately, not quite happening. Xpero will bail it out, though. But the trades come through as well. Cushy back into the fray. And looking for another angle. Attack from Flashback. Jemkin will do the damage. But still Flashback with the plant. Thorns available.
Yeah, 1 versus 2. We knew where Crazy Guy was as well from the thrash that went in. Looks like from the POV there that he just jumped and dodged it.
Because of that, position unknown now. Spots it. There's the kill, and it's RRQ tying up the score.
I really hope we actually get to see how that was dodged, because the fact that the thrash didn't connect and there was an extra kill to come on through towards Lamps could have been a bit of a spicier play from DRX. Nevertheless, nicely done from RRQ. They'll tie things up. They'll still retain this operator to try and balance out the economy. Gonna have to see a way in which DRX can start to isolate a couple of angles to give better favor in the fights, because it's looked a little bit worrisome for them getting in towards these sites. Crossfire is starting to be established a little bit, and the timing when RRQ are allowed to breathe a little bit. Crazy Guy's been able to get some nice repositions working out. Another position where Hyunmin hasn't really been able to find some good success either at the moment on this raise. Feel like if we get a little bit of a step up from him, perhaps DRX can get back on the right track. But I look towards the little alt mark at the moment, Quack. Cosmic Divide, Annihilation, Dimensional Drift. You're 1 away from Convergent Pass. This is a really scary position for DRX. RRQ managed to rotate them well. You can get a couple of good rounds here at the tail end of this map.
Light gap in the Poison Orb too. Ooh, not yet.
That's the adjustment from this Deadlock utility, by the way. Little reposition of the sensor.
Huh?
Doesn't matter now, though, does it?
Okay, Mako. And that's Munyet snakebite off of the angle, too. Has to play from backside, no real escape options. Just the stun to work off of, but he gets mollied.
Yeah, good timing on those mollies from DRX, actually.
Other players might be arriving on the scene, but with that hit invested, Freeing just might do it. Estrella. What a shot. Looks to the back as well, hearing the teleporter. Jemkin, though, trying to wreak as much havoc as possible. Does go in, has a potential clone to send out as well. Cosmic Divide coming into the action. Flashback, though, with the Sheriff. What a shot. There's another weapon possibly picked up now, and a desperate defuse, but not happening. DRX are back on track.
Yeah, that Cosmic Divide, a little bit questionable in there. You want to try and get some audio blocking and the bullets as well in that pit. You're going to have to go through the wall, but it just feels like it was a little bit of a lapsing play that comes through. Maybe even a little bit of a Hail Mary, because there was a significant investment actually when you consider that it was the Dimensional Drift also used in that round for RRQ. They drop it and it's the 10th over to DRX. They stem the bleeding a little bit. Don't allow any more rounds bar those 3 after the timeout from RRQ. And as soon as DRX find 1 round on the board, it's immediately met with a timeout to come out from RRQ.
As soon as they lost that 1 round, they won the 3 before, but this is where things get really close and tight.
This is where it really tests your strat book as well for RRQ. in my opinion. Coming out with a composition that you don't see, you know, any other teams globally running. You can't pick and modify, you know, set strategies immediately. You can, you know, you can have some preparation and you can kind of theory craft it and all, which is really what this is. But is that all it is, right? Have we seen everything that RRQ has to offer with this one at the moment, or are we just needing a lot more mid-round adaptations to come on through? As DRX is starting to ever so slightly now figure out a couple of these timings when they get these opening positions. Catching a couple of the RRQ members out with utility and fallback spots. Very pivotal junction that we find ourselves in right now. The force buy has been called for RRQ to try and equalize. You drop this one, you go into 11, you go into an eco, you'd assume 12 for DRX, and then you got to push for an overtime play.
That's pretty tough, not gonna lie. We'll start things off with the Prowler into Hookah. For RQ to hold.
Yeah, well, the Deadlock util still over towards the A site with double duelists there as well. Just playing Spotto towards Showers at the moment. Align with an operator as well from Flashback that you can just be happy enough to hold until you see any spot outs or feel like there might be the timing on the clock for RRQ to do a bit of a crunch Showers play through the TP. That wall says otherwise though. So now as you start to put yourselves up through towards B long, it's just free territory that DRX are gifted by Crazy Guy, whose Dizzy didn't spot anything out, but now confirming by the bullets that you need to get some potential rotates over towards this B side.
Did manage to pick it back up, so that's not too bad, but not too sure how good it's really gonna be. Possible execute.
30 seconds to go. Orbital strike available for Marco too to start to clear the site if needed.
30 seconds left.
Throwing a good
Ay,
bosh.
kena.
Ooh, Annihilation, but it's been ripped away. The
Aduh.
pink shells. Hyunmin straight into the smoke, freeing into sight now.
And that's a save. You got to call it. There's no way that
Kena
Jump and
tadi.
Ammonia can get back in towards this one. 3 decisive kills from DRX. That orbital I was talking about, not even needed. I saw 3 assists actually on that kill towards Cushy when he ripped that Annihilation. So everybody was just focused on how to find him on that angle. You got a seize that works out from Estrella, I believe it was. Maybe it was the Haunt reveal. Didn't catch exactly which one it was towards the elbow. But regardless, the push into the Sky Smoke. Hyunmin finding the double. Mentions his name before. Good to see that he's getting some more action in the map. That is indeed going to confirm 11 to DRX. That timeout that we see from RRQ. Well, you assume with the force up was for that round, and it not going their way. That's got to hurt.
DRX playing Hookie across both sides. RQ not quite having the adaptability mid-round to be able to stall it out. That's the story of playing on the defensive side after all.
Ah, there you go. Snake's Bite into the molly, into the damage and the reveal. Yeah, that's just gorgeous utility sets coming out from DRX there. Again, just very slow, methodical, clearing angles, figuring out their opponent's positions. And in a round where RQ have 2 guns saved over from the last, an investment of a couple of buckies here for Xfero and Crazy Guy. Could give a few laughs depending on how this situation does play out, but you know that DRX, hopefully, touch wood, going to start to clear some corners with the utility because, well, Jemkin did rip a new one when they didn't.
Very careful from DRX.
Makanya harusnya udah hati-hati sih sama posisi.
Well, Australia's in the right position to use some of this utility. Just jump spot first. Snake's Bite, well, it can do the same thing. Now you can use the Prowler to start to put a little bit more pressure on towards the side. It's already brought out a rotation from Monyet over here. Does he even consider using his own ultimate to hinder everyone up through short? I think you got to be a little ambitious, perhaps, as RRQ in this round.
Oh, but it's not going to happen.
Ouch. Both duelists down for the count, and that Bucky, well, he's lucky that it's a Bucky on the receiving end of that one.
That's otherwise round practically gone. Even the Bulldog blown to bits.
He tried to get the shots out. I mean, look at Hyunmin. 11 HP. The paint shells just popped just beforehand, and now it is those 2 Buckies to
Twiddle your thumbs with.
Yeah, maybe get a kill. You're hoping that someone waltzes to try and get an ultimate, perhaps like Estrella, but in this position, it's 5 versus 2. The only way that RRQ are winning this round is if they somehow sneak away a defuse and DRX have hands off keyboards and mix. It's not happening. It's DRX getting map point here on their opponent's map pick of Bind. An ambitious choice of agents for RRQ for sure. Got some cool things that they've been able to do, don't get me wrong. It definitely feels like DRX have learned a lot in this time as opposed to their non-game. And the hunt actually, Quack, is on at the end, funnily enough.
Just trying to get those
Gak apa-apa,
points
guys.
as much as
Main
possible,
itu.
but
Dua orang.
nonetheless, it will be
Gak flawless.
DRX up to map point now with an
Main itu duitnya.
RRQ that will be going in for potentially their last buy.
Yeah. One away from a thrash. So if you're thinking on RRQ's side, it's an ultimate that you definitely want to have in play. But DRX, you know that they can just hold tab and they can see that it's one away as well. If it's an angle that DRX want to punish, they could go over towards that B teleporter orb that is the general one that Crazy Guy has been picking it up from. See what the beginning of this round does look like for DRX. Actually, it's going to be a bit of a faster play from Monyet. Let's see how many got hit by that. None. But it's the Dizzy that works the treat.
Nice.
Mate, that is the play that we're waiting from RRQ.
Still though,
Nah.
DRX pressing the pedal.
Gitu loh.
They're going into
Udah, ngeras
B,
aja.
and that's where they get punished.
Udah.
Crazy Guy already in position.
Great set
Double
play.
duelist kok.
Great set play.
Sikat aja.
Monyet, Crazy Guy. Good idea there. Now towards the B side as well. Marco and Hyunmin. Gonna be met with 4 players.
Can't really set foot onto site
Jangan
safely
cepet
at this
satu
point.
ya. Main tuh flawless tuh. Nah, nice.
And they'll just get that through the smoke. Flawless for RRQ, extending their line.
Bisa ya, dua round.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to just contend with a couple more
Dua
buys for
round ya.
DRX.
Kita OT-kan terus
You know,
kita
they've got
balikin
max
langsung.
money. And they are building up to some ultimates, you know, time and time again. If you see teams losing rounds over and over again, all it takes is that one round. This game is called Ultimates for a reason. You can wait to build them up
What
and
a
just
nice
have
flash.
ultimately successful rounds to close. In this case for DRX, they already have 3. They got Nightfall 1 point away.
Kalau gua udah
Can
kayak
definitely be a
Apa nih,
position to
kok
close
kena?
it here. A
Kucing,
timeout from
kucing, kucing.
DRX. I think they recognize the situation that they do want to end it here. They do want to maximize the potential because if they drop this round, well, it just gives an ever so closer spot for RRQ to get that overtime position. Throw it on back towards what we saw, Quack, in the finals of stage 1. Right? We saw RRQ get in towards Masters Toronto. Who was it that they faced a little bit beforehand?
And went through the whole thing. But yes, DRX at some point for
Was
sure.
DRX, that's right. DRX missing out from that battle. They lose,
seru banget.
and then they lose to Paper X, and they're out. They didn't get there.
Because of RRQ.
Well, in a way.
Frame it that way.
Well, if it was the other way and they won the series, you know, in that semi-final, if they won 14-12 instead of losing 14-12, they'd be in that upper final. They'd be through.
Exactly.
So in a way, it was that third map, that series. But here we go. Let's see what this timeout does result in for DRX. A little bit faster in towards Hookah. Early thrash, actually. Very deep from behind A.
Does detain onto at least Mako.
Mereka nggak punya smoker tuh.
Hyunmin, though.
Gas aja udah.
Not
Nggak ada yang kena.
tapping onto the brakes just yet.
Aduh,
It's the
masih
blast. Ooh.
mampus nyangkut.
Steel Garden as well.
Ah.
Corner not quite connected.
Yeah, the rocket goes the wrong way, doesn't it? But this utility still coming over towards this B side. Look at it all. It's damaging.
Yeah, thanks to Steel Garden, Cushy though has pretty good angle. Adequate enough, but Hyunmin just denies it outright. Freeing as well, another kill. And it's a tough retake, a tough ask of Monyet and Expero.
They're just going to stick through that Nightfall there as Monyet. You need an opportunity to catch them as they're starting to fall on back.
Just try to clear as many corners as possible. You know that at least one might be low,
They've gone for this corner plans again.
which makes it that much more difficult. Going for
Nice.
the tap, Expero good on the first kill.
Ayo dapat.
Goes for the white swing as well, but Flashback good on the first. Monyet has to duke it out. On the other edge of this. Oh my god, he goes for the light
Nice,
speed.
he got it.
Monyet! Shorty
go,
kill at the
Monyet.
end. And now they're up to
Let's
11
go.
and 12.
Let's
Oh,
go.
how have they done that? How have RRQ won that in a retake? The Nebula on it, just giving them some options, and Monyet dances around them with the light footwork. Shouldn't have been a way
Nice
in which
banget, let's go.
DRX do drop that one. They nightfalled over towards spawn as well. They still go
Please.
for the plant. in the corner. Yes, I know playing from either elbow or garden, it's a little bit more narrow focus that you could get a spray through that smoke, but it limits the options of Flashback, who's playing in hookah, has to drop on down towards the site to give an opportunity to perhaps win the map there and then. That round just slips through DRX's fingers, and now we go into the final round of regulation. 13-11, the chance for DRX or for RRQ into overtime. And they were successful last time these two teams played.
Overtime on the cards. DRX not wanting to let it happen.
If Jemkin finds his kill with an operator too, he will get that dimensional drift online. Reveals for the moment that it was over at A. As he repositions to the B site. Slow, but Rex up through long. And there's that operator as well. Salivating right now, Jemkin. Hoping they walk in towards his crosshair.
Crazy guy needs to keep him in that angle too.
Surely they know that this is the spot, and they do. Marco uses the orbital strike, puts him off the line. It's go time.
Crazy guy on the off angle.
Nice!
Oh, what a burst!
Nice!
On the third as well.
Nice,
Hyunmin
crazy guy.
managing to take it out, but you're in a 2v4 now, and up in Flashback's hands. Can he really get a post plant with these tools?
Ooh,
Lawan
two
dua.
plants as well. You're gonna have to
Nice
stick
banget,
around
crazy guy,
here.
love.
One inside
Love
of
banget crazy
two.
guy, ya.
The other trying to watch for elbow. Flashback. It's playing pretty dicey right now. Warning shot from Xfero announces his presence. Tries to buy the attention away. Hyunmin for the
Nice.
swing. Oh, punished by Xfero. 1v3 now.
Oh, what a
Nah.
walk. There's no way you're getting through this as Flashback.
Mantap banget
And
sih,
there's
Vero.
a flank. Spotted.
Nice.
And it's done. RRQ do get their rewards here on the defensive side. They will push us
Let's go there.
into overtime.
Let's go there.
Yep.
Oh, I can't help but wonder for DRX as well in the previous rounds. A slight change, it would have been done. This one,
Overtime,
though,
ini crazy guy sih.
they put the operator
Apalagi
line of
satu,
Jemkin
tiga.
off. And then they get ripped by Crazy Guy. He gets 3 from that spot as well. 2 versus 4, not working out. Nothing much, he says.
Trying to keep it in the present.
Well, big words from him, trying to be the Korean Slayers. Overtime here. You're not really slaying them. You're just, you know, giving them a couple of cuts. Death by 1,000 cuts, perhaps.
It is still map 1, but so far absolutely delivering. You said that this was going to be a banger, and it is. But now back on the attack. RRQ.
The defensive side at the moment for DRX as well. This utility that we're speaking about early from the Vice, it was really just disrespected from Monyet, wasn't it? Up and over into the site. Now it's all been early on the pop for DRX. The Thorns are gone, the Snakebite's gone, the Shear is gone.
Let's go, please, please.
Kind of
please.
going through the checklist of what
got
you want
this
to
round,
remove
let's
as
go, let's go, let's
RRQ
go.
in this round at the moment.
Let's go.
Meanwhile, DRX are just still happily holding.
Gonna have to confirm some information soon though, that Prowler. But they're at the top end of Fountain.
That's beginning to dispel that fog of war.
Yeah, but what a great seize. Catches, you know, 3 or so players.
Dia cek masuk tuh.
Spams now. We've seen this execute before. Hyunmin is prepared for it. Straight coming up from elbow too. Oh, what a spam! Now onto the other end of that toxic screen. 3 players from RQ trying to survive.
30 seconds to go. They just have to disrespect the smoke and go through. This is perfect positioning from Australia.
Set and primed up. Goes in for the split despite being blinded. Xfero though, not really able to find too much now. Just has to go for the duels, but the trades off contact. Freeing. Gives DRX the first in this OT.
Yeah, I think a lot of heads up and a lot of congratulations for Australia in that round, to be honest. The stalling that he just managed to find over towards long, really a bit of a stampede. And halting the stampede, rather, that RRQ were trying to go. And the timing on those Thorns, you could just see it was a really rough spot for Jemkin. Couldn't move. He was down to like sub 10 HP when he's inside them. He just then got so many crossfire angles for DRX at that B site there that they could work a treat around. Nicely done from them.
Halo rapi welkam.
Another timeout used by RRQ now in this OT, or rather DRX actually going to be dropping their own. Thought it'd be the other way, but nevertheless, both teams get one extra coming into OT. And DRX going to the attacking side now. I want to try and have a good discussion on what they want to do.
It could be DRX has been fond of pulling timeouts like these before. That said, though, RQ were the ones who are relatively struggling a little bit more on this defensive side.
Yeah, it does really come down to at the moment what the discussion is between Ewok, Warbirds, and Crazy Guy, what they've been feeling like in there as well. What do they want to try and position in this defensive side too? If we get the same sort of utility from RRQ on this defensive side, the DRX just recognize that nice and early, that all this deadlock utility is still going to be towards the A site, that the duelists have predominantly been doubling up over towards there as well.
Kamu tidak
And
malam
you've got
mingguan
the
rapi
Gecko that just plays around the teleporter.
Juga malam mingguan jam segini ya.
Very just common from RRQ in how they're starting off a lot of these rounds in this map at the moment. Retake a definite angle for RRQ that they've had some great success on as well. So they can always pivot to that again if they need.
RQ
nice
trying
banget.
to take advantage of it as well.
Nice
Jemkin
banget,
proactive
Jemkin.
on it.
Great first frag. Hyunmin down.
Nah, itu loh, gila. Maksud gua.
Nah, that one's rough. You've lost your entry in towards the site. You've lost your wall to start to approach towards A as well. Swimming start for RRQ at the beginning of this round.
Not something you're gonna expect in a timeout. 3 players left. Of course, you could still go for a try it nonetheless.
You've also got the barrier mesh just over at Showers, so there's no way that you're getting in through there at the moment as DRX.
So you look to the B angle.
Nice.
Gap in the smoke. Monyet punishes Estrella. It's just 1 by 1. The dominoes falling on the DRX side.
Coba deh nggak sengaja pencet draw ya.
Oh, timing on the wingman as well. One sky smoke available for Mako.
Oh,
wait.
I thought Crazy Guy actually spotted him. Went for the
Flashback
repeat,
ini.
ill-advised. An
Dari
opportunity
tadi
actually
nyusahin
quite
banget
here for
aimnya,
DRX to
anjing.
get the plant. Reverse of default. But it's a 2 versus 4 in the grand scheme of things.
Yuk,
Changing
Hero
plan spot.
menang.
Gets the heads up duel. Now back into hookah. They heard the TP. Thorns have been placed, but oh, a little bit of a commit from Mako.
Wait,
1v2
wait.
now. If Flashback can take them out,
Wait.
stuck in. And that's the quad.
Wait, flashback nih
on the
hancur
third
banget,
ripped.
Cok.
Spotted.
Guard
He's stuck.
Dodged, and he's in the corner. Has no choice but to go out. So Flashback closes the map with a monstrous multi-kill.
It was a 4 versus 2. I thought it was done. I thought we were going into another realm of overtime. They hear the TP. They're questioning where they want to remove the plant spot. Flashback comes out with the closer there. He's 10th clutch in a VCT Pacific as well. The fact that he spots Cushy with pistol in hand, scurrying away to hide. He just can't get out of that one. The jump getting the better of him.
So
14 to
damn
12 to
bro,
DRX. It was not a convincing map from them by any means. But boy, was it entertaining.
Entertaining and a lot of adaptability. I mean, both
Cuma
sides
dua loh,
trying to
Cok,
fight tooth
Cok.
and nail for a lot of these halves, but I think DRX managed to stay on top of it the most.
Well, we had a lot of just comeback moments from both of the teams, right? A lot of deficit positions. I'm very intrigued to see, what the first kills and everything were, but they really don't tell the story because how many 4v5s are we doubling and answering back? We've got multi-frags from Yoyoru as Jemkin as well, but I definitely feel like in a couple of those crucial moments, when Monyet was gone, the attacking side from RRQ did feel a little bit, off foot, right? So I think that would be a little bit for them to potentially fix up and stuff, but 14 to 12, certainly a ripper map anyways.
Definitely. I mean, DRX now 1 map away from locking in playoffs. We're going to toss it back over onto our desk to break down the action.
Oh boy, Find did not disappoint at all if you are just a viewer and you want some wacky Valorant, some good Valorant, and just some really stellar moments, especially there with Monyet bringing into that overtime and DRX with Flashback clutching it in that overtime.
Man, this map had everything. This was a real treat to watch. Of course, we saw RRQ cooking it up with that composition, trying something new. But I think once again, you got to take a look at these post plants. Managed to plant 11 times because their executor was so rock solid. But DRX really managed to make it work in that retake. I felt like RRQ could have got more on that attacking side, and that's probably ultimately what cost them. But so many good ideas, and DRX looking so solid, especially Flashback. Man, what a game.
100% Flashback. I mean, he's been a fantastic performer for DRX. It's like he never left, honestly, but I totally agree. I think RRQ had a lot of really cool set plays. They played this wacky comp that was, honestly, I really liked it. But DRX, what they did was just play solidly, play the high percentages. That's why they were winning a lot of these retakes. Like you were seeing RRQ throw a ton of utility, execute these elaborate game plans. Monyet's going one way, Jemkin's going the other way. You've got all this, you know, grab nets and Gecko utility flying everywhere. And DRX is just like, we're going to sit in the high percentage positions. I'm going to drop the best smoke in this position. We're going to play this exactly how we should play it. And they won more rounds than they lost. I think Flashback definitely put them over the top. This was really a game that hung in the balance, but it was excellent Valorant to watch. It was creative Valorant versus very standard, well-executed, solid Valorant.
I mean, have you seen that clip from Indiana Jones where he's fighting that guy who does all this crazy martial arts and then Indiana Jones just shoots him? That's what that map felt like to me, where RRQ did so much cool stuff, but DRX were just better when it mattered. Legit.
But still, respect to the creativity, and there were moments that worked. In fact, let's look at the early on RQ on the attack side.
Yes, it's so good, man.
Absolutely. This is why Deadlock is so strong at the moment, and this is how I expected them to play. GravNet does help you wrestle control of some of these positions, and then you have both the Yoru and the Gecko that can really help you bully this space and bully that map control to be able to use it as a launching pad to kick off these huge executes. Like, how do you even defend this, man?
I mean, the util is just so massive, especially on a smaller site like B-site here. They can cover everything, and then we take a look at round 4 here, and just look where this mosh pit lands. It's all about lamps control as they dive into that site. I mean, the util just covers so much.
Yeah, you wrestle control of lamps, then you put down that Deadlock wall on the backside of site. Once again, a little bit more staggered. You could see Estrella really trying to read those timings from RRQ. Keep in mind, he used to IGL for this team. He knows their structure. He knows how they like to play and call. But in this case, he wasn't unfortunately able to hold this, because look at this. Waylay ult with the dash straight on into elbow. And Estrella, I mean, I don't know what you do against that. Monyet's just running at you. You just got to say, okay, go next, I guess.
I mean, it was terrifying. Really loved this all from RRQ. You can tell their attacker side was so well thought out. So many brilliant set pieces to get them those rounds. It was only the post plants that really let them down. But just look at how much they can cover. It's insane that this Deadlock wall locks them into lamps, stops that flood out of CT. I mean, what do? This is so hard to defend. All you can really do is give it up for that retake, and DRX did a good job at least of adapting to that.
I'm really digging Monyet's Waylay, by the way. We've seen Jemkin play it a bit, but I think I like Monyet on Waylay a lot.
He had that clutch with the shorty was really sick. I mean, I've seen some games where he's light speeded into his death like 4 times in a row. That was luckily not one of those. Actually, Waylay on Bind might be one of my favorite maps to watch so far.
Yeah, I think it's been super exciting, and again, Bind absolutely did not disappoint. But on the side of DRX, they had some pop-up moments, really solid play, like you were mentioning.
Oh, absolutely, but Flashback was the standout for me. I mean, this guy had an insane game. Just the clutch at the end to win them that game to top it off. Like, he is in fine form for DRX. He doesn't need to be as flexible as he used to be. We haven't even seen him go onto the secondary duelist yet. I know that's something that DRX have got in the back pocket. You could throw this guy onto a secondary duelist with how sharp he's looking, but very solid swapping over to the Vice. DRX changed up their comp so substantially, and Flashback fits into that so well here.
I mean, this clutch at the end really says it all. Gets that ult online, catches Cushy as he's crossing. I mean, he saved the round there. He completely won them, closed them out that game. 24 kills, great performance from Flashback.
It must have been so frustrating for DRX to lose him in those circumstances after winning kickoff. I mean, it's something that they really tried to work through. They've brought in 15 different people to try to replace him on the roster. They've tried to promote people from the academy team, but nobody hits as good as Flashback hits.
Oh, absolutely not. It was... I'm just so impressed. I'm really happy. I know Morgan and I are absolutely delighted. Like, why wouldn't you pick him?
I picked Frig. He was pretty good. Frig's been pretty good on the Viper, but Freeing didn't 1v4 like that.
Yeah.
So I can't talk much about Freeing, unfortunately.
So there was a time when Freeing was absolutely fantastic, and this was his Tejo era.
Yeah.
So Ascent, the last time we saw Ascent from these guys, RQ lost it most recently against Gen G, and DRX, this was during the Tejo days.
Yeah, I mean, this is like Pacific data. A lot has changed since then. You know, you've seen these teams go towards more standardized comps. Even RRQ were playing the meta comp. The only difference being is that they had the Cypher instead of the Killjoy. Even they were playing KO Sova recently, which hasn't looked as good as them as they did used to look when actually there was Teo meta. They were running things like the Yoru, but you're seeing them also be quite happy to play things like Yoru Deadlock Cypher, which is a very good comp at the moment. And for DRX, we have not seen it from them in a little while. I think the last time we've seen from them was, it looks like Deadlock Vice, although I'm not sure if that was in Civic or not. So look, we'll see what they're going to go for here.
I mean, I think this is entirely open-ended. I have no idea, like, who's going to be playing what, but this is DRX's map pick, right? So
Pick win
I think
100%.
I'm
Anjir.
really looking
Ya
towards
iyalah orang dia
them
baru
now
nge-pick
to kind of
sekali.
close out this series with their own map pick on Ascent.
Terus
I mean,
menang
it's so
100% dong
standard.
hitungannya
I'm
kalau
curious
kayak
if they're
gitu.
going to go for the Korean style and keep things very simple, or if they're going to, you know, try and shake things up.
I think they're not trying to do anything too spicy right now. They're playing very standard.
Yeah.
But actually, what I really want to see from DRX is we've picked Ascent. We're starting attack side of Ascent. Let's cast our mind back to kickoff. Let's get flashback on a Yoru or something. Let's get Hyunmin on a Jet, and let's run it down with double duelists. That is honestly what I want to see here. I just want to see them run at RRQ and disrespect.
That'll be fun.
I want double duelists on both sides. I want the Jemkin Monyet thing again.
You got Monyet doing backflips, you know,
Yeah.
Jemkin's flicking everyone.
Exactly. This is exactly what I want.
Welcome
for
to
both these
Pacific.
teams. Yeah. We were meant to have good stuff here in Pacific here. And again, both these teams are very important for them to close it out today, because that means they are qualified to playoffs. They're also neck and neck in championship points. So this is a huge game for them.
It really does matter. DRX now one map away from locking up that playoff spot. And we know how much it means to this whole organization, because they were on top at the start of the year, but it did fall away at the end.
So let's see what we're going to get on Ascent here. Both of these teams do have the propensity to change up their
Whoa.
comps.
We
Oh,
got
okay, RRQ is crazy.
cool
I'll go
stuff.
for DRX first, though. I mean, this is very standard. This is the meta comp with the Cypher. Actually, this was a comp RRQ were
Double
not
duelist
running
lagi.
too long
Monyetnya
ago,
yang-
and they didn't have much success with it. So
Aneh,
RRQ will be
Hyunminnya
very
pakai
familiar
jet.
defending against this DRX comp.
But on the side of RRQ, they
What
are
is
playing
that?
this double duelist. It's Neon Waylay on Ascent. I mean,
Anjayyy.
this is wild, man. Jemkin now on the Waylay. Monya on that Neon. I mean, this is going to be fast-paced. It's going to be in your face. Again, look for big util comps.
Yeah.
Pharaoh Omen.
Predictions on this map. I want to know what you think.
I have
of
no
these two
idea
comps.
anymore.
RRQ have lost their mind. Ewok, no hair by the end of it.
Yeah, I think it's the glasses. He needs his glasses.
He can't see what they're picking.
He can't see a goddamn thing right now. Let's hit back to our casters, Quack and Komodo.
I
Ayo
just have
kita
no
rebut
idea what to
Ascennya.
expect. They might be right on the desk, but yeah, what do you make of this
I've given
composition?
up. I've given up trying to predict what RRQ are
tadi
going to predict
bilangnya
in maps
begitu
and
map
in
3 kan?
agents, it
Oh,
seems right
boy.
now.
Nah,
I've seen
6-6-2
compositions out there
sekarang
that
ya
run a
mau
solo
gak mau.
Neon or a
Bisa
solo
yuk,
Waylay.
tiga yuk.
I've not seen them together like this.
Tiga ya,
You know, you
Vicky,
substitute
tiga,
both of
tiga
them
ya.
out for a KO, and those are some of the comps there. So maybe it's a Viper instead of one of them.
Ngemil dulu guys, sambil ngemil dulu.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief.
Cirebon.
Maybe it's it, maybe it's not. Maybe we get some more OT for this series, and then maybe even we get to the third in Haven. For the double duelists on this defensive side, let's see how much stock they actually have in defending against
Defender.
a composition like
Emakku di
DRX's,
mana cuy itu?
which is standard.
Yeah, a lot more simple.
Di atas itu.
Still, though, a little bit of control into B main for now. A lot of information. Xpharaoh getting a couple of peeks.
You're going to see the rotation start to come out from DRX towards this B side though, and that's some of that Killjoy utility is currently laying in wait.
Certainly aware that B
Cheeky.
has gone dirty.
Yeah, cheeky pop play for Jemkin, saturate out and then swing. Good cushy as well to assist.
Trying to swing for. Oh,
Nice,
wow, actually
Jemkin.
manages to get one.
Yeah, on the back of the turret for the early information. They do get one, and they fall on back with the rotation starting to come on through.
Still
Scan.
needing to get a little bit more, though. Managing to block off the line, but
Nice.
oh, just sidestep utility.
30
Spam
seconds
shots from
left.
Monyet. Now possible angle into the
kanan.
site. Boathouse is not cleared yet, so This pistol not going right at all for DRX. Another 2 more kills from anjayyy, 1 more for Jemkin.
Yeah, flawless pistol to come
Bisa
through
run there,
from them.
kuat, guys.
Yeah. Their game plan working a treat.
Tadi aja emang.
Gonna hopefully see a lot of these set strategies come out from RRQ, and then a bit of adjustment needed in the scrap, where their adjustments have been looking, 50-50, so to say. Now, pistol round not working out for DRX. Red a little bit on the rotate, always goes a long way. Again, I just, you give props, right? It's a new composition coming on through from RRQ. They're gonna have these different things that DRX are really gonna have to just trial by fire in this map. That being one of them.
And right now, 0 point as well.
Yeah, destroy the turret over at the B side of the map. Cushy must have just got the old freeing double tap from the classic. Always been sensational in doing that, but he can't really get the Bulldog, unfortunately. It's being safeguarded at the moment by not just Crazy Guy.
Crazy Guy and Jemkin.
Yeah, but they do pick it up, so now there's some options for DRX. Is freeing holding on to the prize because he got the kill, or is he going to give it to someone a little bit more healthy?
Same time, what's the read from RRQ gonna be?
Yeah, the relinquishing of the A side at the moment from the defenders, with a bit of a mid gap at the moment that they've got to be careful of, which is why anjayyy starts to rotate away, and Xfero, with no dark covers available, can't smoke off the A main choke point at the moment. If DRX wait too long, it could actually go down, but now by the timing, they're just going to execute on in, have a plant to their heart's content, and attempts to hold a post and steal away around.
RRQ, though, got enough utility to launch the retake.
Oh, absolutely. Full kit on Jemkin and anjayyy. Trying to contend against a Neon and Waylay utility in a post plant, the likes of which you've never seen.
Smoked off. Oh, and his Hyunmin isolated. A little bit on the trap as well. But, okay, things are maybe going awry. Our Crazy Guy going to be able to wrangle things back.
I was going to say, don't tell me Freeing's got double shock dart lineups.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, kena.
Well, they should still be able to stick it all the way through, but this is already rather messy. Freeing, okay.
Yep.
Still managing.
Oh, they sent him a running. He's got the shock darts, he's got the recon, they've used the one-way smoke from Marco as well, and you got a big long marathon for a bit of a short wrap around. That is a round that Freeing is certainly giving a good old tip of the hat. And there you go, there's that double dink headshot that I was expecting. You know that was going to be there. Hopefully the replay catches it in the end, because when that dark cover of the defenders faded, you've got to just really contend with the attackers one on that one-way. Big, rough scenes for RRQ getting thrifted there. After a flawless pistol, by the way.
Hurts to watch, but nonetheless, fantastic for DRX. Another 0 point. I'll just kind of respect the space for now.
One of the differences for RRQ on this defensive side as well is the lack of access to flashes, right? It's only the paranoia. Sees them put blindside plays, for example, when that Yoru is in play, or KO flashes. So they really are going to have to change up their approach and maybe bring a bit of a saturate in there and change that. Currently, it's just the spotting with the 2 players, or it was. We've got a bit of a fallback from Xfero now.
Nice.
Not to too much.
And you got a 0 point back online for Australia too. Could just be one of those, put the blade into the mid of sight and chuck a couple flashes up.
Xfero just banking on his corner.
He does get revealed. There's no smokes for a couple seconds. Drone gonna clear him, or is it? I don't know if they spotted him.
Okay, more delays.
30 seconds to go. Now the reveal out onto him. They know that there's 3 numbers. They've seen 3 different pieces of players util and scanned.
30 seconds left.
Pop flash and into the site. What a perfect headshot angle. Generator cleared as well. Ooh, inside of the smoke though, anjayyy. Not too bad, but nonetheless, you can't really retrieve the weapon.
Cara baru tuh, pakai jet.
Was the main objective right now, aware of the Cypher as well, but has to just go back into sight.
Now we twiddle our thumbs a little bit, Cushy and anjayyy, to see if they can find some chip damage or not. Just die to the explosion. Something we know from DRX time and time again is just going to be the slow plays, clearing what they can with the utility and then going in. This is why I always get a bit excited when they do change it up from the norm and go a little bit quicker.
But otherwise, not really overplaying their hand. Successful, thrifty into the upcoming round.
Yeah, and surviving with 4 of the guns in this one as well is just going to be a good little bonus equation for them. Now they go into the technical, you know, delayed bonus, so to speak, but it can just be a pretty strong rifle round. I mean, they could even consider getting out an operator on the attacking side if they wanted to. I don't see a world in which they should, don't get me wrong. Just go with the full rifles in there. Look to play it just as normal again.
Seconds left.
Practically so.
Next itu guys. Saya punya
But
next itu.
adjustments possibly needed for the RRQ side.
Yeah, these are the spots where you would expect them to be a bit of a set play to come out from RRQ, which even then leads into more of DRX playing a bit slower, right? Expecting that there might be some sort of coordinated pincer move. But right now, just by radar position, it looks like RRQ are going to play just a little bit more defaulty, spread around the map. It just looked like there was the recall of the alarm bot in mid, so they're going to re-push that one back, or actually, never mind, 0 point removed it from the radar.
Otherwise, back online. Still, some information to block off B main because of it.
Yeah, some destruction of that Cypher utility as flashback, so he's got a little bit aware with the camera. As meanwhile, RRQ trying to figure out where these rotations may be happening, where the calm before the storm is. Pop flash on towards A main. He's going to push Jemkin back. Caught a full face to the flash. Face to the flash? Flash to the face. Either way.
Aduh. Aduh.
Oh,
Serang.
Yeah, you generally expect, though, that this might be a lurk position, right? You just see the Cypher. You hear a Sova starting to clear mid, but meanwhile, look at this from Jemkin, clearing all of A. RRQ know it is a B exploration. Good timing on the utility, but a perfect flash to off-put them on the back of this null command.
which really gives DRX a lot more urgency into this fight. The spam coming out from anjayyy, though. RQ is prepared for the hold. Oh, every single choke point just sprayed through. Mako, the only one left, wants to retrieve the spike, but can't really get out or do anything else. 15 seconds left to go.
Yeah, he's got to save. No way you're getting back into this one, unfortunately. A bit of a slower pace maneuver that was so totally read by RRQ. On the back of having that flash in A main from Estrella, and you force Jemkin back, but then there's nothing else to succeed that as well. You kind of do start to wonder, is that just a bit of a fake flash to keep us interested at A? Just some forward progression from Jemkin to get a good read. Just giving that comm to the team that they know it's going to end in B. Rotate our forces there and hold down the fort. Quite successful. Doesn't really matter that the null command is in play when you just got shots starting to come on out. And you got 3 players on the side itself from RRQ there.
Keep your vibes up. RRQ, not too shabby at all, but definitely seeing, you know, how they need to really pilot this composition in order to make it work.
Well, there's a big gap in mid at the moment from RRQ's side of things, so an opportunity for DRX if they see that there's no investment of that utility. That is disgusting from Marco. Pre-fire on the standard peak line, removing Jemkin. Now you got options. A big gap in the map somewhere. Of course, we still know it's in mid. Generally, DRX will use an owl drone to start to clear it as well. But do they want to play a little bit more hastily, not lead the time to lead on down? 1v1 fights kinda, or 1vx fights. RRQ side, wherever DRX go.
Anjayyy potentially being overwhelmed will have to back off. Maybe a slight chance for Xferro to try to play spoiler, but gotta work around paranoia. Anjayyy still being able to deny entry for now. Pops the overdrive too.
Yeah, it was just timing on the 0 point that goes through. Anjayyy on the right angle to deny that. That 0 point goes in. Completely upside down angle of approach for DRX. They get in, perhaps, and overwhelm. 30 seconds to go in this 4 versus 4. DRX, they need to start to make some money moves.
Not too much off the util, so straight in with a strafe. Sionmin, double kill now. Freeing chiming in as well.
All 3 of those kills were individually peeked out by RRQ. None of them were in coordination. DRX feels like those ones were just hitting your shots on the players when they give you the opportunity. Push comes to shove. It's down to the wire again, though. Gets really low. 4 alive. Still build up this economy. You can have another go at it in the next round for RRQ too, though, right? Cushy, 2450 if he's able to survive a gun over and a drop for a teammate. Jemkin and Crazy Guy fine. Monyet will be requesting the gun after the overdrive just gets weighted out in its entirety. DRX will once again reclaim the lead here.
Oh, Marco.
Yeah, the hunt is on. Cushy needs to have some good shots here, and he can't do it either. Happy things for DRX, 4 alive. All your opponents down for the count. You'll still force out an investment for RRQ, but I think they need to force out a bit of a different look at it. What is that? He's just jumped onto the ledge and the first bullet has found him.
Cerebral
That's
plays.
criminal. Look at this from Hyunmin though. 1, 2, and then the third from Freeing. All of them snappy shots for sure. Had to hit him as I said, but just 1vx scenarios that RRQ are walking in towards. Gotta see some adaptations come through from RRQ in the mid-rounding against a composition that has, you know, been around on this map for the test of time, substituting out a Cypher for a Killjoy, sure. They still play very commonly the same. There you got some main aggression from RRQ, the Paranoia and the Lightspeed play going together as a team. And DRX were expecting this. It's what I talked about earlier, Quack. They allow the space to be found and hopefully find an opener. There goes the Lightspeed and a trade is there.
And pop flashed over, safe enough. Knowing that it is Jemkin after all, so there's a tendency for some of these plays to happen.
Marco down though means that there's no option for smoke, so it's a little bit more sticky in towards the side itself. You remove Xvero though.
Yeah, that's why they kind of want to go in fast and hot and heavy as well.
Wait.
Can't really work off the smokes or flashes.
nice.
Oh, the Hunter's Fury too. Monyet just went in, a wrench into their plans. Hyunmin though being able to shoot it out as well. Flashback, managing to save up the round.
A couple of players caught out with Util in possession. Feels like it wasn't the immediate finishing off of his prey from Monyet there onto Australia, but he still gets the job done. Reaction's not quick enough for Freeing to get out of that Hunter's Fury, but the rest of the DRX guys in the scrap there actually did just have their guns available too. The trade on the back of that flashbang, you know that DRX were prepared for that play of RRQ. It's just that the adaptations a little bit later on into the piece in the 2 versus 2 essentially. Everyone had their guns up there. And DRX weather the storm and the duels. Back to the pistols for RRQ once again. I'm expecting a timeout approach. Maybe even in the next round, Quack, when the guns are going to be back in the hands of RRQ. Jemkin, Crazy Guy, a couple of ults that will be present as well.
For now, at least trying to stay concealed. Omen Flash deployed already, though. And here comes the pop flash play. Hyunmin on the top of generator. Doesn't check below. Xvero, though, will get domed from behind. Mako and the rest of the team continuing to fan out. Now just Monyet stuck inside of hell. Surely another shot. The RX players pretty low as well with the weapon now picked up. There's a chance.
Green Claw with Util again. But Monyet looking the wrong way. And it's a savior of a round for Flashback. Shouldn't have gone that way. That was an eco for RRQ. And they try to steal the round away. Feels like in that moment as well, just couldn't pick up the gun that was on the floor. Leads to being a little bit unfortunate for the likes of Xvero. You can see the timer was paused, Quack, too, so we got a timeout from RRQ, you assume, going into the next round. And then you would hope for some adjustments and some recognition, you know, the awareness of how DRX are playing this map. Time and time again, that attacking side is slow, methodical, calculated plays. For RRQ with this interesting composition of theirs. Makes sense, you know, with the players that can pilot these agents in a bubble, for sure, but together at the moment on this defensive side, feels like they really do need these set plays to work wonders for them. And when the read is there from DRX, they're not working.
And the read is definitely there. DRX. This is almost carrying forward from the previous map as well. The way that Mako was locking down A main. You got the Waylay, you got the Neon, and you really need to find ways to make that work.
I mean, as RRQ, you're either going in for these faster plays to try and get a kill, get a second kill, and get out, or you're looking for a retake, essentially, and it kind of feels like DRX are prepared for a lot of those situations right now. Still, let's see if there is something different to the recipe that RRQ are cooking. on this defensive side with this round after that timeout. An operator for Jemkin, glass cannon style, point and shoot, hopefully up through short, but now smoked on off. Might definitely be an avenue for these ults to be utilized.
OP Jemkin.
DRX are just playing pretty slow, holding at the extremities, seeing no overextension from RRQ. But by the timing of that dark cover fading, will they walk into Jemkin's crosshairs?
covering.
Yeah, they will. Australia peaks before the smoke comes into fruition.
That is going to be a possible gap, though. DRX will continue to try to launch this B split, but the alarm bot that gives it off.
Yeah, Cushy playing right next to it as well. Not going to go for the immediate swing behind it. Just going to give the respect over to DRX, where mid control is lost. Onyet to shut the door, but get caught off just like Australia did. Looking away from the angle at the wrong moment. Now it's time to go into this B side, but the Huddersfield Crazy Guy can finish him off. Yes, he can.
Wow. Still being able to delay because of it, but DRX find other entrances. Oh, Crazy Guy still holding out from Boathouse. Now needs to look to lane from the shadows, arrives on the scene. And it's additional support.
Nice.
Oh, another shot.
Nice.
And now it's Xfero to spray it all down. RRQ managed to find a round off the timeout.
Yeah, good from the shadows from Xfero to get over there and assist, because Crazy Guy's feeling the pressure, the Hunter's Fury, but then just dancing around the back of the site as well. Playing deeper. Options with the convergent pass from Jemkin that on his rotation over could have potentially even utilized if needed. Got a couple of moments where these players are just peeking out, just prematurely too. Gonna have to rein that one in. But that conversion on the back of the timeout, you would feel a very needed one for RRQ. Now the challenge for them is to try and find a second round in a row, because all of them so far have just been in isolation.
Kapan ya? Gitu loh. OP acu
Be a
begitu.
targeted play at the moment against Flashback.
Berapa? 1-0 Mas Winter. Top 2.
RRQ would hope think
leading,
better
iya,
of it
leading.
though, seeing
5-3,
nothing but mid.
1-0.
So it's either A main or B. They've got the set for A, for B, sorry. But for A at the moment, not too much.
Yeah, just Xfero.
Oh, but now they go hunting. Now they get the information. RRQ needing to do this, needing to get the right read, and Flashback is holding behind it, but gets removed.
So quick rotations now over onto the A side just to retain control.
Yeah, the jig is up.
Udah nggak bakal ada yang backing, udah itu sikat aja udah.
Still trying to go
Nice,
fast,
Crazy
but
Guy.
stopped and stalled by this operator. Potential spam
kepalanya
angles
muncul.
as well coming through from A short. DRX.
It's 5 versus 3. Even if the plant goes down right
Habis
now,
dah,
you're just
itu
using
smoke-nya.
your ult as Jemkin to go in.
Kena itu,
all the side
dang,
essentially.
kena 2.
Practically, DRX still just trying to make the round work though, but it's definitely not going to happen. Flawless for RRQ.
Very nicely done from them, to be honest with you. Just very,
Mapik siapa
you
nih?
know,
Ini DRX yang-
followable as well,
yang
waiting for some of that early information, growing together as a team in through B main, clearing out Flashback.
Mapnya
Just with that
DRX.
space, you know exactly what's happening on the other side of the map. Bit of ambition from Crazy Guy on the operator. But it does connect on the first shot of the second as well.
Phantom moment.
And as I said, the ultimate, definitely the angle there to get the closer with the way that that covers, you
Langsung
know,
temot ya.
all of the plantable space
Satu
and
lagi loh
hell.
padahal. Anjing.
4 to 5, RRQ knocking on DRX's door. Now
Map
call a
3 lah,
timeout.
Map 3 lah.
They don't want no
Gak apa-apa,
business.
streaming lebih lama ini kita. Gak apa-apa, map 3, let's go.
None whatsoever. Knowing that the op is quite the formidable presence, needs to eliminate that.
Dia pakai Phantom
The
itu.
thing for me
Awas
at
lo
the
ya, dia
moment
pakai
is how many
Phantom full
rounds will
shield.
DRX be finding on this attacking side. Because you
Dengerin
know when the
acu.
switch up happens as well, RRQ are going to, you know, be on this style that they had on the last map of Bind as well. Get to a couple of these chokes, look to go in speed, in a bit of slow. They can throw very different utility sets out that
Ya, kamu jangan
forces DRX to
terburu-buru.
really think, you know, really get those brain juices flowing.
OP ya,
And
dia
how
OP.
these rounds are looking to play out. Was something that was
Bagus
really
banget, dia
cool
bisa
from
menggambar
RRQ
omen
on the
gitu,
last
Cok.
map, but as the desk kind of
Itu
highlighted,
balik gak sih?
DRX was shooting better
Ini on.
for majority of the time. A couple of those cheeky plays are getting the better of them.
Jadi pengen pakai
Now though, the
nanti,
opportunity
guys.
with this lesser equipped DRX on the back of that timeout for RRQ to try and tie it up. Mid-duel, mid-fight.
Oi, itu bertiga di mid.
0 point dodged from the mid players too.
Ya ampun, ini mereka full B.
Wow. And just the whole team.
Yeah, you know it's going to be B when you hear that drone come out. You hear the rest of the utility too. There's going to be a very quick flank available here for RRQ.
DRX should be aware of it as well, but
anjir.
oh, too good of a spray.
They're
Mereka
hoping
main
that
di
they
kandang
can
sendiri, mau
finish
gimana
off
lagi?
Flashback, you would assume, but
Kapan
now
dia
that they
langsung
destroyed
masuk
the
ke Korea
trap,
ini?
flank is known.
Wait.
It is a half by
Wait,
after
santai
all.
dulu.
Flashback just trying to make it work as best as possible, but
Nggak ada.
here comes Monyet with the overdrive. Everyone's stuck
Overdrive
into sight.
cepat.
You got some
Sudah overdrive.
ult and utilities, but not really wanting to commit them just yet. 0 point pretty good, but still,
Allah,
RQ
Stingernya memang
continuing to push up
anjing,
front.
kadang-kadang
Shorty
ya.
close
Awas
range,
tuh
and now
Stinger ya di
just
botnya.
Estrella
Di bot ada
completely
Stinger.
slowed.
Di bot ada Stinger. Ih,
Trying
nggak ada
to
yang
hold
berani masuk.
around the spike. Nobody daring to challenge just yet, but it's a full trio, and that will be that.
Yeah, you don't want to go into that dark cover there and give an opportunity for him to win
Itu
it. They
tiga-tiga
know that
bisa
they've got
mati
timing
loh.
on their
Sumpah
side
itu
still
Stinger ya.
for a successful retake.
Tiga-tiga tuh kalau
Wait for
masuk
the dark cover
barengan,
fade,
kalau
and then
masuk
it just
barengan tapi agak
exposes
berjarak jauhan kayaknya aman
where
aja
he
sih.
is.
Sempet
5-5,
nge-reload,
we
tapi
do
kalau
get it
mereka
all tied up.
Tiganya masuk deketan.
Good awareness from
Itu digeser gini
RRQ.
aja kayak,
Stacking towards
gini,
mid, get that
selesai
quick
itu
flank
ya.
happening.
Stinger itu
Recognize that, well, everybody kind of has to be on the B side
Leading.
or in main.
Itu nice loh, padahal
They
itu
put their
kalau
utility to the test. They put
Gitu.
their positions and bodies on the line as just getting in towards the site.
Tuh,
And then
game
mount that
kita
successful
sudah mati.
retake at the end.
Like
Now
itu ya,
is
sampai
a
berdua
good
masuk
test
tuh.
though. Now is the weaponry
Rizika
back in the
juga
possession of DRX. And with a null command at the ready from Australia as well, is it going to be an angle to just get towards one of these chokes, pop that and go? Didn't
Itu sih
work
flashback
last time.
biasanya kalau fanatik udah pasti Chronicle tuh yang
Good
kayak gitu.
pressure from the operator and the bottom mid players
Lagi kalau
too.
dia udah megang Viper, yo tadi
In the better
malam
of DRX in the last rounds, need to make sure that they don't get crunched upon.
ditungguin sama Chronicle anjir
But
itu.
are going to group up towards this A site together. Definitely gives me a bit of the feeling that they are wanting to drop down this null command and go together as a team.
Just a set play.
Karena
Still
itu
though, they might get slowed, but
set tawan.
pass for now.
Ih, ya
Nugget
Allah.
getting the drop at the Monyet.
Ui.
Maybe a slide angle as well, though shut down by Xfero. Still though, Estrella being able to come back
Mereka dapat
into
satu
the
lagi
fight.
mid.
Now the neural theft, it's not available for flashback, so he's just going to have to
Mereka
take
tuh
this space and
Ih, ya
feel
Allah,
like it was a
sempet-sempetnya
reposition over to the B
tangkap
side.
loh.
They didn't know where Marco just used his from the shadows at the moment. So there's a
Oh, nggak
double-edged
di-rotate.
component in this round, where a DRX still looking to end
Walau
this one.
wey.
Flashback is selling
Aduh,
a
Jemkin ketangkap
great
nih. Udah
bit
ada.
of a fake over towards this side of the corner. Wins that duel, and now
Timing
RRQ
tuh, iya,
recognize
timing
it's
lah.
not the B site. Flashback, a great salesman.
Panik.
Definitely
Awas.
would buy a lot of
Di lope
stuff.
aja nggak sih?
but,
Bunuh aja nih, bisa
yeah,
kok
the
Stinger
round's
jarak
pretty much
segitu.
done.
Cushy, can you get a frag to get your lockdown online? Perhaps.
Ya, dapat
You got a
satu
couple
nggak
of
sih
different
dulu, biar
players
dapat
that you
ini,
could
biar
try,
lockdownnya
but
dapat.
another plant that is definitely untenable.
Save aja nggak sih?
Still gonna try. Jiggled by freeing now.
Oh, udah ketek duluan.
We can pretty much look to the next round.
Oh yeah, there's no way that he's retaking this one.
Tangkap aja udah, tangkap aja.
There's
Lagi.
his lockdown. Would have had it in death anyway, which is what will follow. And DRX will claim the sixth
Wiitzy
round. It's a bit of a
ganteng,
slower end to that one there, Quack.
ganteng.
But hey, successful with the null command pop going on in.
Wiitzy is the
Bit of aim
handsome
punch
guy.
immediately for the frag that Hyunmin finds here. We'll get to see it from his
Nowhere
POV now
to
from
run.
the angles. Could have been a
Sumpah,
different
itu
way
si Monyet yang
that one
nge-whip.
goes with Monyet if he finds the kill. If the resurrection, you know, the Hunter's Fury finds a different player, not KO
Bisa gitu
too.
ya. Bisa gitu. Kalah duel gak jadi
Last
ganteng.
round of the half
Kasian
now.
banget si Kusi anjir.
See if RRQ are going to be able to answer to tie it up again.
Dapat satu nih harusnya Jemkin. Mereka tahu-tahuan gitu ya.
Looking for the
Wire
space.
itu.
No immediate engagements. It's going to send RRQ to clear a bit of this mid spot too. A lot of stock in this operator of Jemkin, and it
Enak
might
sih harusnya
be
double duelis.
something that can deliver the goods here. DRX are tending towards this B site.
Sofa lagi.
They use the
Enak banget
drone
harusnya.
first.
Kalau
That's their
attacker.
best option, and they do so as well.
Awas. Ada
Quite a
drone.
lot of work for Jemkin to do
Dapetin
though.
dulu nggak sih satu Jemkin?
Still holding
Dapatnya
the
satu
angle
harusnya.
now.
Ih, dia
Safe
naik ke
draft
atas.
over.
Oh, what a shot.
Forces his crosshair to go offline. And that's going to be DRX's way into the site. Crazy Guy, the only one here. Yet might have arrived with a fast lane, but will it be enough? Mako with the spams prevents it from going through. Crazy
Ish.
Guy, oh, shut down.
One enemy.
Alah, adalah.
And they're just all falling like flies. Flashback claims the last two. The announcer says one enemy remaining, but the job was essentially just done there. 7-5 DRX. Recognizing that a couple of these slower group plays and just to the protocols of clearing the corners with utility. Get over that operator when you know that it's online because of that algorithm that gets dropped. And, well, as soon as you get that neural theft in, it kind of feels a little bit too easy to get the closing at the end. Now, in the halftime break is what I actually get excited for, right? When you always get different compositions from teams, I like to see how they pivot things onto their attacking side, because generally that's where they, you know, it looks a bit more flashier, it looks a little bit more stylish.
Not too bad off the first half for RRQ. Still a chance for them to really bounce back. It's double duelist. You're back onto the attack, and this is where you really get to shine.
Yeah, I mean, look, RRQ, when they ran the deadlock Cypher comp with the Yoru, their attacking side was kind of abysmal, right? It was 2 rounds. So that composition, if they ran that here, didn't give me a lot of confidence. But now that it's something different and DRX are really having to coordinate together as a team to try and figure things out, it could be the slow start on DRX's side to adapt that gives RRQ a bit of an edge.
Which means, nonetheless, you're still going to want that pistol. You're going to want to snowball that into
Not drop the second round.
Yeah, definitely not. Still, though, the fact that they managed to stabilize 5-7, we'll tip our hats to that. Here we go with RQ. Currently now, all positioned towards this A site.
Tapi bajunya Gecko itu.
Gives RRQ a bit of an edge. Low start on DRX together as a
Tapi bajunya Gecko.
team to try and figure things out. It could be the slow start. Wait for the reveal. Paranoia pop, you would assume, over to that A site. See if there's a bit of a fake that Crazy Guy can sell, but we're already in Quack.
There we go, those 2 duelists. One on both sides, and that's Monyet now down. Estrella quickly going back up to heaven.
And there's a late lurk to come through from Crazy Guy too, because he used a bit of utility over to B. It's keeping Freeing a little bit interested in mid.
Keep our eyes on that. Meanwhile, RQ with the spike down, just happy to hold. DRX needed to make a move.
Skillnya Jet.
0.4 now. Just an available shock dart. Meaning they're just going to have to fan all the way throughout. Jemkin knows this, so just happy to hold the angle.
Nice,
continuing to repeat again and again. A 4K in a pistol round.
Jemkin POV, please. Those looked and sounded just sinister from him. Tap, tap, and they're all dead. And it definitely is another explosive play to come through from RRQ when they get their collective forces ready at the choke. Kind of reminds me a little bit of what was working for Boom in their stage 1 play on this map, right? They get to the choke point, they just explode into the sites. When you don't have the double initiator layering that you can get on in, definitely have to cut a couple of corners in that regard in your informational game around the map. But a pistol round collected for RRQ, looking to tie things up unless we see this second round here dropped. Because you never want to say never.
Sharp in the human intends, but
Mid satu ya.
RQ right now.
Infonya gitu. Mid satu.
Go off across mid.
Siapa sih yang gak nembakin blade-nya? Ini kayak anjing.
That no one's there. You wouldn't really expect a bit of a mid trap in a pistol round anyways, but you never know. Now you got a bit of a delayed play with the Al drone. Freeing gonna look to dodge that one, but what can Hyunmin do with this Sheriff?
Cepat ketahuan.
Wider on the angle, just trying to hold it as they cross into market. Meanwhile, Cushy holding down the back.
Nearly died.
Yo, map 3 bisa ya ini mah.
A little bit too much movement means that we're back into the A site. Got a good stun up into tree, and the rest of them are just happy to
wait,
suddenly into heaven. 3 kills already, and has a tailwind to get himself out.
I thought he hit that shot, not gonna lie, that looks super close. Freeing's now picked up a weapon as well. An Al drone and a recon.
Golon 2, Kerziganya 75 ya.
What can you do with these? Can you pull away this thrifty?
65 dia. Enggak.
Potential recon.
Aku biarkan dia S.
This is it around the edge of the smoke in case someone's hiding inside.
Lu kalau dikasih ke Yumin,
Not too much just yet.
dikasih dong, udah pasti sih dikasih.
Looking to the angle from Crazy Guy though.
Punya tailwind lagi dia harusnya.
Boathouse and the other one is the main. Ooh,
Nice,
perfect shot from Xfero.
Buta.
And now that's
Buta,
freeing
buta.
flashed up. You're running out of time. Just goes in for the swing. Good damage, but RQ still manages to save the round.
I'm just a little
Jangan
bit
SS,
surprised
kadang
that
nggak ada
Hyunmin didn't
SS.
follow that
Apa
drone
itu?
as well
Kadang
when it
nggak
started
ada. Nggak ada
to
SS-nya.
360 swivel degree on the high sensitivity.
Jujur, makin deras, cowok.
It was a near kill on towards Cushy and
Tunggu
mid
dong,
as well from
meler-meler,
Australia. But still, I am liking the way that Jemkin is using these saturates
dia nggak mau
actually. He's
nunggu lagi
using
ya?
some good
Kalau gua
success,
mah
right? Found
nunggu
Marco
aja lagi
in the
terus
pistol
sampai
round
smoke-nya
where
hilang
he
baru
tried to
keluar.
shroud and step up and away, but it slows you from being able to do that. That
tapi
time, the
itu
combo with that nano swarm really
Marcel
pushes
yang
you
dipakai
out in a
emang enak
sticky spot.
punya gue juga itu kan.
So we've
Enak
got a
banget
couple
itu.
of more of those just
Itu crosshair bisa ngarah
well-placed
sendiri,
utility
guys.
bits from
Sama kepala.
RRQ.
Auto aim.
Pretty neat. Now we've got the guns in possession for DRX, who split their utility across the map with the Cypher. Something that they don't have to worry
Line up
about
nih,
is
lihat,
KO
line
as
up.
well, so that utility
Line
should
up
be
itu,
right as
si
rain
Kursi.
unless Crazy Guy does have those shock
Udah
darts
dilempar.
at the ready to
nggak jadi.
remove. And see some cheeky traps as well.
Skip
When
kah?
Waylay first come out, right? You had some ciphers that were getting that nerdy tech ready to
Kalau skip
counter the
mah,
Waylay
Winter
light speeds.
nggak cuma Martial semuanya.
Interested to see what
Kalian lagi
Flashback
sih.
may have up his sleeve in
Udah
that regard.
immortal aku kalau kayak gitu.
Now,
Tiga ya.
still in position
Wih, bisa
towards
mundur
short.
gitu.
Ooh, it's just a quick drop onto
Bisa
straight.
ngerem anjing. Boleh lihat.
DRX now trying
Langsung
to
ke
get
heaven.
position, but nonetheless RQ a little
Temen
bit
gue
too
harus ngeliat
fast,
sih
too
itu cara line
furious.
up-nya tuh.
Well, Jemkin's one away from getting this
Biar dia
plant.
nggak sok-sokan line up
the old
tapi nggak
50
jelas
planted.
kemana tuh.
Would have been
Temen
here
gue
in
tuh kalau
this
udah
round.
sok-sokan line up tuh guys kadang-kadang ngelempar mau speed aja main di heaven terus
Check
ke
and see
lotus
if we
anjing
can get a couple
lemparannya.
of cheeky spams.
Paranoia for Marco, but no recon online just yet. Dark cover to put towards main. And the team needs to start to get this retake happening.
Nah, lihat tadi
Potential
tag-nya
dash
DRX
for Hyunmin
nih.
as well, but still waiting for some of the utility to come online.
Mantap banget. Aduh.
Meanwhile, RQ will get
Walawe.
proactive, but as soon as they swing out from door, 3 kills,
Ih,
flashback out
sabar
from
dulu.
heaven, and it's Xpharaoh stuck inside of
Xpharaoh.
hell. Trying to reposition, but the cage blocks him
Nice
off,
banget.
reveals his
Kelihatan.
location. Flashback
Nice banget.
playing ring around the
Nice
Rosie,
banget.
up
Main
around the
timing
corners,
lagi.
in the boxes. Mako sticking it all the way through. He spins. Flashback gets the kill, and it's DRX back up in the lead.
Yeah, Flashback the protector in this one. He is having a
Banget aku.
sensational series across the board.
Tolong replay, lihat.
In the
Si
way that he
Omennya tuh
piloted
udah
device in the
ini.
last map into this one as well, just ever being present around the map. You know,
Lihat ya,
selling the
Omennya ya.
fakes, being
Si
there
Mako
as a
si
body to
parah
watch,
banget guys.
and just be supportive in the
Dia
retake
nggak
in the
dilihatin.
plays.
Itu dia muter-muter.
Absolutely loving it for him at the moment. Bonus
Okay,
round
guys.
does go the way of DRX, rather their first buy round, but we'll have another one from RRQ here to keep things entertaining, to maybe even keep things in a back and forth nature.
Ya Allah kena.
Really utility chip damage delivered towards Cushy as the Owl drone
Mampus
potentially has
dibalas.
to be destroyed, but it will be allowed to go a bit forward with a returning shot dart as
Lihat,
well,
aku nggak lihat.
hitting Hyunmin.
Acu nggak lihat tadi nembak apa.
Now the pressure starts to build up elsewhere around the map. Where do you think that RRQ are going to start to change things? Because you don't know where this convergent pass is going to go. Rotations start to come towards
Ulti kah?
this A side now
Diam-diam.
from Hyunmin too. Here's go time.
Line them up.
It's a really big angle for Estrella to hold though, so it doesn't quite
Wah,
get to it.
lah.
Meanwhile, Mako in the corner as well, being able to take
Udah
out and
ketebak
deal
loh
with
sama Jemkin, tapi
Everyone from DRX have
kalau
just kind
berhadapan
of
gitu agak
avoided
susah,
a lot of the
memang.
utility. Just Cushy left.
You are not getting that spike back. That has been such a quick shutdown of the round, and I want to give...
Oh ente.
There we go. Marco his praises. He put himself in the perfect spot to not only dodge the
Ayolah
ult,
weh.
but also just
Come on,
have a
RQ.
good smooch on to Jemkin. He's just landed on him.
Ayolah weh.
That one's
Map
a bit of
tiga.
a rough run. Rough one for RRQ.
Aku mau ngeliat koin dulu.
See it in the replay and how it comes up. The paranoia just not connecting with him. That hurts. Marco even tried stepping into the open, but by that point in time, Australia was already into the site to dispatch of Monyet before he died almost in the same frame.
Mau ngeliat dulu. Florean point ini kalau kalah
The DRX
RQ
will
masih
hold
bisa
the
nggak
lead.
ini lolos playoff guys. Sedih acu mah.
Yeah. Gonna see if they can potentially just get Jemkin in and maybe even Monyet with a bit of a stun. Line up at the ready. Crazy guy with the recon too.
Or if not, it's going to be potential double digits for DRX. What a big round.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a swinger if RRQ can find it.
Just going full commit, but
Aduh,
Hyunmin's
lagi.
prepared. Tailwinds into safety, now continuing to hold off for stairs as well as lane. Oh, a wild TP, and Hyunmin quickly dispatches of it. 3
Kenapa
kills to
kayak
the
gitu
Falcon.
TP-nya, ya Allah?
Flashback holding out from lane.
Nicely done from DRX. They do not drop to the Stinger Force and the pistols to potentially get the better of them. Double digits. An opportunity for DRX to run away with this map, and RRQ want nothing of it. You're assuming that this is going to be a timeout to come out from then after this replay. There's that utility that comes on out, and I mean, there was, you know, delayed utility that does come through from RRQ. You can't counter that they didn't have a set kind of strategy for how they were wanting to get in towards the site there. The relay bolt that gets thrown out, the paranoia that would have found anyone at stairs, the fact that it is Hyunmin with the tailwind popped already to just get out of dodge. Any other way potentially could have gone a different way, but yep, didn't happen. Now the timeout to have a discussion, because for RRQ, if you can't fashion yourselves a really good, strong couple of attacking rounds, may very well be map done, which is also series done now.
And you don't want to look back when you're deep into playoffs, or maybe not even then, just thinking, I didn't have enough championship points because of this one series.
And that's why this is such a pivotal match as well. 10-10 on the points. They get in towards playoffs, maybe they can have the run that they get top 2 and then they get champs. Sure, right? Every team you're wanting to know, or every team is wanting to challenge for that, right? The approach is going to be get top 2. Don't have to worry about the point situation. Especially for teams that aren't really towards the top, right? When we can think of Talon, for example.
That's why you want to take those wins as much as possible and make these comps count. You pick this comp for a reason. Oh, but it's DRX with a crunch play now. Classic, typical DRX fashion. The flash is the recon. It's all set up perfectly, freeing with a triple kill at the end.
Hey, remember this old Vision Strikers strategy?
Langsung nge-lag lo jaringanku.
You know, that one that used to be quite popular back in the day. Wasn't exactly that one, but that's certainly a team that can come out with a B split strat that can destroy you.
Off of the timeout too. That hurts.
Yeah, usually the KO goes in for the mid flashes. This time it's up through B, and you got a good. The KO goes in for the mid flashes. This time it's up through B, and you got a good recon. Good recon that comes out. Good flashes. Good plays. DRX shut down RRQ in that one.
What the hell is that?
May very well be the lasting purchase that comes through from the attackers here. The Bulldogs echoing out do not give you stellar confidence, do they?
Wih, apa itu?
Now you've got a couple of ultimates to work off
Putar gitu drone-nya.
Bit of mid control, but DRX, great vision, spots out the top of Monyet. Repeats as well. Oh my goodness, Hyunmin, no!
His raise was silent, but he's ever so present in this one.
Monyet pun santai kali loh, dia lewat begitu.
See how much more stock he's got in him.
Ngepick dulu,
The
lihat kanan
third one
kiri dulu.
here would be absolute blasphemy.
Another tailwind propped up if he gets the kill, but of course RQ not looking to give it. Oh my goodness, still the trade from Kushi.
Masih dapat nge-trade satu loh dia, wey.
Still got that trap wire that they got to contend with as well.
Oh, and Asher just comes
Kena
back in.
wire lagi. Loh,
Keeps
bentar.
himself.
Still got that trap wire that they
Itu
got to
wire
contend with
tuh.
as well.
Oh, and Asher just comes back in. Keeps himself
wire.
concealed. The flash coming in perfectly. Jemkin though trying to bail him out. Being able to get a shot in.
Comeback, halo Helgi.
Mango's still on the side. And one by one, more DRX players arrive. Flashback once again. Holden Tree. And another kill to put them up at map at series point.
Gorgeous from Hyunmin in that round.
Ente,
The 3
ini
kills,
mah.
the mid challenge. A little bit omnipotent in this one, it feels like, and just how he's navigating this one, and the shots at the ready. A bit omnipotent in this one, it feels like, and just how he's navigating this one, and the shots at the ready. The right reads. The aim punch doesn't really matter. His Phantom is looking great.
Kok bisa?
Abusing it a little bit, one could argue, but hey, he's doing the damage where the damage is needed. 5 in a row now to come through from DRX, and that's 5 series points that they have to play with.
Janganlah, wey.
RRQ,
Anjir, mau ngeras
oh
mid
my
lagi nih
God.
mereka.
Well, DRX just goes in for a
Diserangnya.
Taos crunch. RQ reads it, and they want to stream it.
Gotta remember, in a retake third quack, there's a null command available for Australia, freeing one away from a Hunter's Fury.
Kirain Malming mole.
But on the flip
Aku
side,
mulai lagi
Lockdown and
isi
Hunter's
lagi,
Fury for
lagi-
RRQ as well, so they get in
Lagi
towards
pengen
this
ke,
side, they can set
kalau bisa
themselves
ya
up
pengen
for
ke
a
Imo
5
dulu,
versus
nanti baru
5.
live lagi.
Force the space
Fokus ke
territory
Imo
because
dulu
they
ya
got the
sih aku.
lockdown in just before
Season
the null
ini.
command was popped.
Safe enough.
Habis ke Imo baru nanti.
That's it
Ini
though.
lagi.
RQ still gonna
Live
need to
lagi.
go huge. This buys a bit
Biar
of time.
fokus
Yeah, it means
dulu.
that the null command is
Jadi
invalid
kan
in this
nanti
retake.
kalau udah Imo kan aku bisa santai gitu
Full
loh.
5v5.
streaming mabar-mabar, nggak usah mikirin rank lagi.
Still want to keep those rounds up as well for the upcoming ones. Good suppression. Oh,
Sekali doang.
continuing to go in for it.
Kena suppress.
Couple watching towards the back of A main. Mako's trying to flank silently.
Wala,
Straight up going
sabar
up,
dulu dah.
gets traded.
Sabar
Here
dulu
comes
nggak sih?
Manyan on the overdrive. No,
Sabar,
he gets
aduh.
stopped. The flank. Mako coming up with another kill. Hyunmin with the blade storm, and Freeing has just done it. DRX, they end out this second map. It's a 2-0 fashion, 13-7, and they lock themselves into playoffs.
It's some good revenge from the stage 1 upper semi-final where they lose that all-important third map to OT. Would have been the one to get them in towards Masters, but they can set themselves now in the right track, the right vision towards champions. They get a good victory here to get the extra point above RRQ. These two beefing it out to see if they can get top 4, right? If the top 2 teams get in through the playoffs run, they will now qualify to champs. But hey, that sign says it just there. Playoffs qualified, guaranteed.
Lolos lo DRX-nya.
It was definitely
Kita juga
quite
perlu
beefy
loh.
between the both teams, but still DRX came out on top today. That means we're going to toss it over onto the stage to listen from them, the winning interview.
Ente adalah aku. Nonton RRQ ente. Ente adalah aku. Guys, aku mau ngecek dulu. RRQ masih bisa lolos nggak sih ini? Yang bisa lolos itu kan top 4 kan. Dari satu grup itu top 4. Halo Rosenberg, welcome. Dari satu grup itu kan harusnya ada ini ya. Ada ini kan nih, top 4 tim from each group advance to playoff. Di grup Alpha ini kan, di grup A ini baru Genji sama DRX nih kan baru lolos kan, baru menang sama RRQ tadi. Kalau di sini udah 4 nih. Grup Omega-nya udah lolos semua kan. Nah, ini masih ada kemungkinan kita masih bisa lolos ya RRQ harusnya. Soalnya kita ini 2-2 Global Esport 1-2 Iya, masih bisa sih. Harusnya RRQ tanggal 10 nanti ya. Tanggal 10 nanti ngelawan. Bentar. Ini udah. Iya, ngelawan tim Secret, guys. Akhirnya nggak telat ini mah telat. Aku udah mau udahan ini Rosen. Gak apa-apa tapi kita hari Senin ini aja FYI nanti hari Senin sampai pokoknya seminggu gua mau nge-spam Minecraft guys nanti hari Senin minggu depan. Berarti kita ketemu tim Secret tanggal 10. Ketemu tim Secret tanggal 10. Ini penentuan gak sih harusnya? Iya gak sih? Ini udah main 4, main 5. Iya, 5. Ya, game terakhir ya. Match terakhir ngelawan tim Secret. Itu harus menang sih kalau mau lolos. Berarti kita kalau menang berarti 3-2 ya. Bisa masih, tapi harus menang tanggal 10 nanti. Walau tanggal 10 ya. Tanggal berapa sih sekarang? Tanggal 2. 8 hari, cu. Bisa lah ya. Bisa lah. Yang anomali kemarin udah full release kah? Udah full release kok. Yang ini kan, yang di pintu itu kan, who is the door kan? Apa who is the door? Who is in the door kan? Ya enggak sih, Rosen? Sekarang mau level apa? Sekarang mau udahan. Kita udah ini. Paling nanti guys, tengah malam guys. Agak malaman paling jam 8 atau jam 9-an gua mau palo aja nanti. Ya yang who's the door? Ya. Udah full release. Perlu kita mainin lagi kah? Perlu dimainin lagi kah, Rosen? Kok udah? Ya udah sih soalnya kita watch party doang ini. Berapa sih harganya? Gue lupa dah kemarin. Apa nanti? Paling mau live palo doang sih nanti. Soalnya kita sore udah palo kan, malamnya kita paloin aja lagi. Gitu LC. Mana sih? Mana, Cok? Oh, 50.000. Boleh deh, nanti deh.
Next is a follow-up report on the previous incident.
50.000. Gas deh nanti ya. Main palo nih. Iya, main palo nanti malam. Jam 8 atau jam 9 lah. Aku mau istirahat, mau makan dulu, istirahat dulu bentar. Main palo nih. Iya, nanti LC. Live Roblox, manjat gunung kembar. Roblox kah? Roblox juga boleh sih, nanti aja lah. Gampang lah itu Roblox. Aku pokoknya minggu depan mau full Minecraft dulu deh. Mau namatin itu Minecraft solo, coy. Hardcore nggak selesai anjing. Sampai kapan anjing nggak selesai? Terus ini LC akun baru ya? Lama banget nggak berbincang-bincang sama LC. Datang laporan akunnya hilang. Kapokso mana? Kapokso lagi pacaran. Ini kan malam minggu LC. Kapokso pacaran. Tahu dia ke Peda. Pekan petani daerah. Pekan daerah apa pekan petani daerah ya? Lupa gua. MC lah mabar sama aku ya. Kapan open mabar MC? Ya udah nanti kita open server deh nanti kita. Boleh deh nanti. Punya sih gua server Minecraft. Diblokir, iya diblokir. Tanya itu LG bilang. Gini, aku bingung sih sama akun-akun YouTube yang keblokir itu emang habis diapain dah? Itu si Adit juga. Itu Adit nih ya. Adit itu punya satu akun penguasa Eropa yang jadi moderator. Itu tuh juga ke ini dia, juga ke blokir, ke banned. Entah kenapa cuy. Apa yang dilakukan Adit itu? Ini Helsi kenapa dah sampai bisa ke ini? Sampai ke blok itu. Ini sumpah gue bete banget coy, Ricky kalah. Kemarin gue nonton yang game sebelah juga kalah Ricky. Ya ampun, pusing banget pala gue. Sabar banget cok. Ini jadi Kingdom harus memang sabar guys ya. Ini tahun ini Kingdom lagi ini banget ya. Walaupun RRQ kemarin 2 menang sih. Kemarin tuh RRQ Valo tuh 2 kali menang ya melawan Genji sama NS. Cuman ya ini kan kalau menang kita langsung playoff gitu loh. Jadi melawan tim Secret nanti kita tinggal leha-leha doang gitu loh. Tapi ya apa kata dunia? Kita nggak bisa ini juga cuy. Sudahlah ya. Tinggal nunggu tanggal 10 guys. Tanggal 10 kayaknya kalau jadwalnya, kalau streamingnya nggak siang, kalau sore gue bisa restream lagi sih. Harus mudahan aja sore ya, biar kita bisa watch party lagi. Semoga aja. Udah lah guys, gue udah dulu, nanti kita live streaming lagi ya jam 8 atau jam 9-an. Main Palo sih gue kayaknya nanti agak malaman. Terima kasih semuanya yang udah mampir, yang udah nge-like, yang udah nemenin nonton juga, terima kasih. Kita kapan-kapan lagi watch party lagi, dukung RRQ lagi guys. Terima kasih semuanya, terima kasih LC udah mampir, terima kasih Rosen, terima kasih Mas Winter tadi ada juga. Terus ada Trimanuel, ada Rapiu, ada Binta, terima kasih, sampai jumpa di next streaming. Nanti malam guys jam 9. Jam 9 lah ya, paling enggak gue istirahat bentar. Makan, istirahat bentar, login game sebelah bentar, habis itu live lagi. Oke. Sampai jumpa semuanya. I'm Wiitzy. Peace out man. Bye bye.